KX Live, your home for Hickman County sports, and we are live here in Ashland City as the Hickman County Bulldogs are going to battle with the Cheatham County Cubs. And Cam, we saw a tremendous performance from these Lady Dogs this last Tuesday against Lewis County. The final score was 66-26, a 40-point win for these Lady Dogs. But if Hickman County comes in tonight thinking this will be a walk in the park, they're going to be in for a rude awakening here tonight as the Cheatham County Lady Cubs enter in 16-4, 2-0 in the district. And Cam, before the last time these Lady Cubs played, their last loss came at the hands of Pearl Cone. They only lost by 6 points, and before that, they were on a 10-game winning streak. So these Cheatham County girls are a force to be reckoned with. So what does Hickman County need to do tonight if they want to shut down this electric Cheatham County team?
Well, Josh, you spoke to the record and the streak that Cheatham County has going right now. And if the Lady Dogs look to stop that streak, it's going to take minimal turnovers and a maximum rebounding. It's going to take a limitation on the possessions that they give Cheatham County. And I will say this, you know, we don't track time of possession, obviously, in high school basketball. But if they don't command the pace and time of possession of this game, they will be in for a long game. Coming off of that Lewis County game, though, I think is a perfect game to come into this, right? They had everything going. They're, you know, the confidence is back high. And so I think from this, you can see them continue their momentum, and hopefully with a limit of turnovers, we can keep the ball in our hands, dictate the pace, and score buckets.
Now, I should clarify, Cam, that Hickman County, of course, as we know, coming off of a victory, but these Cheatham County girls, they are coming off of a loss, right? We know they played Pearl Cone, fell short, but before that, like I mentioned, they did have that 10-game winning streak, so maybe, just maybe, Hickman County's catching this Cheatham County team at the right time, right? We know that after you suffer a loss, as we know, there are two things that can happen. Either you can come out and look like these Lady Dogs did on Tuesday against Lewis County following the East Hickman defeat and put up 60-plus points and decimate your opponent, or you can let it weigh on you. Now, of course, when you have a school like Cheatham who's as winning as they are, at least from the girls' perspective, right, maybe their confidence won't be shaken at all by a win, because we know about Pearl Cone, massive school, a lot of talent. Losing to them, definitely, you shouldn't hang your head at all, especially considering how close it was. So I think both of these teams have a reason to come out here to play confident tonight, and it should make for a good game so long as our Lady Dogs are on their A game here tonight.
Right, Josh, and the biggest thing is they can't play like scared at all. They have to play with the assurance that they know that they can win. They have to trust themselves. They have to go out there and trust each other. And that's going to take a full team commitment, right? If there's one player that is just not, you know, something's just a little off here or just a little off there, you know, Cheatham County is a good enough team to pick on that one person and to expose that weakness. So they have to really come together this game. And a key player that I'm going to look for in this game is going to be Delaney King, right? Delaney, I don't care if she scores a point tonight, but I care if she puts a body on somebody and rebounds. And that is going to be, like, rebounding the basketball against a good team is the best way to win. And so I'm looking at Delaney tonight to step up, to say, I'm going to put body, mind, soul on the line to get these boards tonight. And I think that's how we come out and win.
Absolutely, Cam. And we look back to Lewis County, it seemed like a lot of girls were getting involved in the scoring department, right? And you mentioned you don't care if Delaney King scores a point, but it would be nice if she does. And we saw on Tuesday against Lewis County, she was doing just that. She put up almost 10 points, so we know Delaney King, not known for her scoring ability, but she can make some tough buckets underneath on putbacks or when she backs down her man and puts it up over the top of her. So I think she does have some routes to score. She's been working on, as we know, all season, that mid-range shot of hers. She doesn't want to have to rely on her height, just putting it up off the glass from point-blank range. She wants to diversify her game a little bit, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it'll pay off here tonight when the Lady Dogs will need her most. But I'm looking forward as well to seeing how she pairs with Zoe Chilton. And they have been such a dynamic duo, and Zoe really just can do it all, it seems like, out there. Not only does she have good size and strength to take advantage in the paint, but Cam, she has been a really good shooter as of late from beyond the arc. So I'm looking forward to seeing how Zoe handles herself here tonight offensively and defensively, of course, as we're expecting her to perform at a high level every single time she's on the defensive end.
Yeah, Josh, that's going to be something that's going to play a big factor is, you know, a team, when you look at a record like Cheatham County has, even though, you know, we haven't scouted them or know a ton about them, a team that is that successful throughout the season knows how to play multiple kinds of basketball, right? And so these Lady Dogs like to get out and be in transition. But this Cheatham County team does look a little bit bigger and probably a little faster. It's going to be really important that they are good in the half-court offense, right? And I think that's where Zoe is really capable in, is you can tell the way she plays is very deliberate, and she knows where to look for her shots. She's patient with her shots. And in a game where you can slow it down and try to play half-court offense, she plays a bigger role because that's more her style. So I look to her tonight to be, you know, a threat from deep. Now, on top of that, I need everyone. You don't have to make the shots, but you do have to take the shots. Tonight, the biggest thing, I think, is being aggressive with jump shots. They don't have to be threes, but they do need to be jump shots. And so that opens up driving lanes for Ava Floyd and Carly Everett. I think getting those two young ladies driving to the basket is going to be big, but they can't do that if we're not shooting. So I want to see us let it fly tonight.
And Cam, what we can only hope for is that the Lewis County game was a sign of what would come here tonight, because we saw Nola Bentley finally seem to hit her stride against Lewis County. She knocked down three three-pointers, and Cam, it looked like she was just feeling really confident, and confidence is something we haven't seen much out of Nola Bentley, even though she has been a very talented shooter for this Hickman County team. So you mentioned the importance of getting some big shots off tonight. We saw Chloe Warren, her only bucket on Tuesday, one of her only buckets at least, was from beyond the three-point line, and we hardly see Chloe take those shots. We know she's talented enough to do it, but she definitely feels more comfortable using that first step drive, taking it to the rim, and putting it up off the glass. And Cam, you talk about Ava Floyd as well, number 20. We're used to seeing her drive into the paint very aggressively, but we've seen in this season, Ava's kryptonite seems to be when players have the size on her when she tries to drive in. We know Ava on the shorter side, on the younger side, and when she tries to drive in, she makes moves with her shoulders trying to get to the glass. But Cam, when you're outsized to such an extent, it's really hard to accomplish much of anything when you try to drive in like that. So it really also boils down to how will Ava adjust here tonight to her opponent.
Yeah, Josh, and I expect her to adjust very well. I think that this Lady Dogs team is going to come out well prepared. This is an opponent that you have to watch film on, that you have to study on, that coach has to prepare you on, or you're going to get blown out of the gym. So I look to them to be ready to go, to trust each other, and I'm hoping for a good ball game tonight, Josh.
So we are just under a minute to go until the horn will sound and they will begin the national anthem. Now, folks, I wanted to remind everyone tonight, if you are tuning in with us, you may notice the format is just a little bit different here tonight. Due to restrictions, we are unable to have a camera for you here tonight, so you won't be able to see the action, but hopefully my broadcast colleague and myself will be able to be descriptive enough where it feels like you're right here in on the action all the same. And you see on the screen, if you are watching on YouTube, you see down below the list of sponsors. We'll be giving them some special shout-outs as the show goes along, because this broadcast would not be possible without them. So a very special thank you to Ascension St. Thomas, MLEC, Advocate Auto Body, Pizza Hut, Liberty Pharmacy, and the McDonald Funeral Home. So ladies and gentlemen, we will be joining you here tonight audio only, and as a reminder, We are only on YouTube here tonight, so if you know of those that exclusively watch on Facebook, please encourage them to check out the YouTube channel, subscribe, press the bell, so that way you're notified every single time we go live and you won't miss a single minute of action. Folks, we will be right back, tip-off here in just a few moments. And folks, the national anthem has just concluded here at Cheatham County High School. And Cam, one name that we haven't mentioned as we went through the list of girls that contributed, we didn't mention the player of the game from Tuesday, one who deserved it more than anyone else, Haley Gordon. And Cam, Haley was doing it all against Lewis County. She was playing great defense. She knocked down a couple of threes. She made some from mid-range, and she was successful from the free throw line. So Cam, if Haley Gordon's out there on the floor here tonight, if she is playing her best ball, the team rallies around her because she has a fiery personality that people want to be on the floor with. So if she's on her A game here tonight, I think Hickman County definitely can compete here against Cheatham.
Yeah, Josh, if there's a player, if I'm a betting man and I had to put money on the player of the game, I would be picking Haley Gordon tonight. With a team that has a record like Cheatham County, that means they have good guard play. She and Chloe Warren are our best guard defenders, but she is the spark plug oftentimes off the bench. And she is coming off the bench tonight, so I expect her to come in, provide an energy that, the starting lineup, is a very steady group. They keep a steady, mild tone to them. Now, are they aggressive when they need to be? Yes. But they are a very steady group. Who's not, who comes in, guns a-blazing, ready to just win a ball game? Haley Gordon. And that is a spark plug that's so good, and her energy tonight is going to play a huge factor in the success of this game.
And playing against tough opponents, it's hard on anyone. Even the most experienced of players can struggle when you're up against a good ball team. So, Cam, I'm looking to see how Carly Everett and Tinley Davis respond. We've seen them get plenty of minutes this season, even as freshmen. So I think if they see the floor here tonight, which I feel like they will, I think it's a given. How will they handle an opponent as good as Cheatham County? Will they rise to the moment? Will they crumble under the pressure? I think those two ladies have the ability to make stars of themselves here tonight.
Yeah, Josh, you're absolutely right. And a lot of things can be taken care of with you're going to play a good basketball game if you play defense. You might not win the basketball game, but you're going to play a good basketball game if that's what you're prioritizing, that and rebounding. And I think that I'm sure as much as I've already said it in this broadcast, Coach Gordon preached it more so than I have to these girls. And but like you said, they can shine tonight.
And Cam, as they're introducing the starting lineup for Cheatham County, I will say, this new setup that we have here tonight, the audio only for hopefully tonight only, it's definitely a learning curve for us, right? Usually we're having to juggle a camera, having to juggle going back and forth between commercials and everything. So definitely a change of pace here tonight. And folks, as you know, when you get knocked out of a routine, out of a rhythm, it can be a bit of an adjustment. So hopefully you will hang with us here tonight, and hopefully we have a good basketball game on for you. And we do appreciate you tuning in on YouTube here tonight, joining us for this audio-only broadcast, this presentation of Hickman County basketball. And as I mentioned earlier, before the national anthem, we encourage you to tell your friends, check out the YouTube channel. That will be the primary source of viewing these streams going forward. So be sure you subscribe, hit that little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you're notified every time Hickman County plays some basketball. We are underway here at Pat Head Summit Gymnasium here in Ashland City in Cheatham County. We'll begin with the ball. Up top, it's Sydney Mitchell, gives over to the wing. Now back up top, guarded by King. Dribbles, kicks it back out to the right wing. Now back up top, dribbles in. Tough bounce pass off the glass, and easy two for Cheatham. Georgia Hunter strikes first for the Cubs. So 2-0 your score here early. Hickman County, their first offensive possession of the game. It's Chloe Warren up top. Pump fakes, gives to the right wing. It's Bentley. Bentley back up top to Chilton. Dribbles to the right, spin move, has it tipped. Now back to Bentley. It's Floyd in the corner. Dribbles in hard, kicks it left wing. It's Warren out of the corner with King. Another bounce pass to Chilton. Puts it up off the glass. No good, too strong. And King tries to get the rebound to no avail. Cheatham County picks it up, and they are now on the drive. It's Montana Lee crossing the logo.
Now, I will say this, Josh. That was a good possession there by Hickman County with a good look. The Cheatham County defense is not as big as we are.
The three-point attempt there, no good by Montana Lee. Rebounded by the Lady Dogs. It's Bentley, and chucks it almost halfway down the court to Zoe Chilton. Hickman County now looking to reset. It's Ava Floyd at the right wing. And she pulls up from deep, no good off the rim. And Cheatham County will corral it. That was a tough drive by Emmy Orange. Off the glass, another tough two for Cheatham County. And Cam, these Cubs so quick on the drive as they take a 4-0 lead here with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, Josh, and they're just not allowing a defense to get set up, which is a great, I mean, that's exactly how you need to play in transition. Them being smaller, they're going to probably try to outpace us. That's what I'm expecting this game.
And Floyd gets it to Warren at the left wing, who hands it back to Bentley, who almost loses control there, but she gets it before it goes out of bounds. And the bounce pass will sail out of bounds. And they'll say it was not touched by the Lady Cubs. So Cheatham will now have the ball.
Now, the Lady Dogs have been a little sloppy with it these first few possessions. You know, obviously against an opponent that you haven't played yet, you're not that familiar with, you're going to be a little sloppy. As a backdoor cut, drop-off pass from number 33, Georgia Hunter, to number 10, Montana Lee. Beautiful play there. These Hickman County Lady Dogs are going to have to pick up the attentiveness on defense.
So Hickman County back on the offensive. Floyd drives right side of the paint, goes up for a shot, no good. King rebounds. Warren from three, falls just short. Floyd gets the rebound, tries the layup, won't go. King tries the putback, also won't go. So some struggles on both ends of the floor early here for the Lady Dogs, but they do have a chance to break the goose egg and to finally get on the scoreboard as Delaney King goes to the free throw line.
Now, Josh, Chloe Warren did not shoot that three with a lot of confidence there. It looked like she was second-guessing herself. I want to see her let that thing go. But Delaney King knocks down the first there. Now,
Delaney King gets the Lady Dogs on the board. 6-1 your score.
Haley Gordon has checked into the game for Nola Bentley. Now, Nola had a couple of defensive possessions where she played a little bit of Olay defense. So Haley coming in, hopefully locking her girl down.
So King goes 2 for 2 at the line. Lady Dogs trail by 4 here early. Tough pass, corralled, goes off the glass and it's up and in. Grace Bell Weekly tacks on another 2 for the Lady Cubs.
Now, Josh, this Cheatham County team, I can see why they're successful as they are. They are precise on offense. 3 purposeful passes there, leading to the perfect, it looked like almost the alley-oop play that we run, as a foul is called on Cheatham County, staying with the Dogs. But it's similar to the play that we run for Elisha Puckett to catch an alley-oop from the perimeter, but instead they set a screen at the free throw line, and it was a really good play.
Warren drives, kicks it, Gordon, deep 3, no good off the rim, and it's rebounded by Weekly. They're pushing it down the floor in a hurry. That's Mitchell off the glass, no good, rebounded, put back, no good, but they will send Weekly to the line as she is fouled. Waiting for the official to determine who the foul was on. They will get Delaney King.
Josh, these Lady Dogs have already given up 8 points and a couple of free throws to come as she misses the first early in this game because of poor transition defense. If I'm Coach Gordon, I'm telling them we're not going to try for our offensive board the rest of the night. We are getting back on defense.
And Weekly can't knock down her free throws, and it's rebounded by Chloe Warren. So no damage done on the foul as Warren takes it down the floor. Now at the left wing, met by Weekly. I give back up top to Gordon. Gordon tries to find Floyd, but it's knocked out of bounds by Montana Lee of the Lady Cubs. Hickman will stay in possession and will throw it in from the right sideline.
Now, Josh, Montana Lee is playing, or whoever has been guarding Ava Floyd has been in full deny, jumping the passing lanes as she has the ball now. Pass out to Zoe Chilton.
And Gordon on the baseline tries to pass it, but it's knocked out of bounds by Weekly. A nice defensive play there by the Cubs. And Cam, what we know about Gordon, and perhaps this is why Coach Gordon wanted to check out Bentley in favor of Haley. Haley just plays with such a speed and intensity that Hickman County is going to need here tonight going forward, especially as they trail here early. Floyd gets the inbound, step, left-handed off the glass, and it's good. So Hickman County cuts the lead in half. 8-4 your score, under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter.
And a great move there by Floyd with the up and under. That's something that we didn't see from her early in the year. And that's just learning. And that was a great job by that young lady.
Nice defense play by the Lady Dogs. Bounce pass underneath off the glass, and it's good. That's Georgia Hunter. These bounce passes by Cheatham County have been absolutely tearing the Bulldogs apart here so far tonight.
And Josh, this is just coming from knowing the system that they play in. They have done a beautiful job staying within the scheme, trusting what they've been taught, and they're just making the right passes.
And Warren, looking for help, tries to dish it back to Floyd beyond the perimeter, and she will be fouled. So a lucky break there for the Lady Dogs. It seemed like, Cam, Cheatham was playing some stout defense, not giving Warren any room to pass the ball there. And Warren will be checking out of the game. Number 5, Carly Everett checks in for her, and Everett gets the inbounded pass. Nice move as she dribbles in, kicks it. Chilton in the right corner. Trying to find some help and gives it back out to Everett at the right wing. Has it knocked out, but she stays with it. Everett drives past King, now to Gordon. Gordon. Bounce pass to King, but King can't get a handle on it. And it will be a turnover by the Lady Dogs. And Cam, I like the idea there of what Haley Gordon was trying to do. Give it to your big player underneath and let her go to work, but a little bit low. King couldn't get a handle on it, and that causes the turnover.
Now, Carly Everett getting in this game early is very interesting to me because I figured Coach Gordon would take more of a defensive approach. Carly, solid defender, but definitely more of an offensive threat, and that might be what he's going with.
A three-point attempt by Cheatham, and Emmy Orange knocks it down. 13-4 your score. And Cam, really not terrible defense there, but just a great shot by Orange.
Yeah, I was watching that young lady in warm-up. She's got an absolute strap on her. She can light it up from deep.
And Floyd drives, kicks it to Everett in the corner, but it goes off the hands of Everett out of bounds. And it seems so far the Lady Dogs a little rattled. The Lady Dogs wearing the black uniforms tonight with the red lettering, Cheatham in the white jerseys. So Cheatham now past the logo, dish to the wing, goes off the hands of Lee, but she stays with it on the baseline. And lose a handle, but picked up by Cheatham. Drives off the glass, no good. Lee on the shot, and Lee again with the putback. This time she gets it to go. So now Cheatham makes it a double-digit lead, 15-4 with 2:07 to go in the first quarter. And Coach Gordon taking a timeout to talk things over with his Lady Dogs, and Cam Hickman just not able to get out of the starting gate so far here tonight.
Yeah, Josh, and right there, we just saw them give up, 3 extra possessions? I believe there's 4 offensive rebounds right there, maybe 3 offensive rebounds. Irregardless, 1 is too many, right? And when you are playing, when you're up, or when you're down this much early in the game, you have got to do the little things. And right there, just not doing the little things on the offensive side of the ball. One, Carly Everett needs to catch that ball. That was a good, solid pass that should have led really into a 3-point shot for Carly. I understand, that happens, right? And the thing that I'm seeing right now, though, that's frustrating me is they look a little intimidated. To be honest with you, Josh, and Ava never really looks intimidated. Zoe never really looks too intimidated. Haley Gordon, they need to play follow the leader right there. Haley has come out with an energy, and she has tried to make the right play. She is giving effort. I'm impressed so far with her.
So out of the timeout, Hickman with possession. Floyd gives the right wing to Chilton. Chilton back up top to Gordon. Gordon tries to drive, gives back out to Everett, and again, Everett loses handle of it, and it goes out of bounds, Hickman County ball. So Cam, that corner over there has been giving the young freshman, Carly Everett, a lot of trouble so far here early.
Yeah, Josh, and she's just got to trust herself that she knows how to make the play. When you make a couple mistakes back-to-back, you have to wash that out of your mind, because if that's present and in your mind, you're going to just stop you're going to get in your own way.
So Cheatham now on offense, goes across the way, finds Orange, out of the other wing. It's Lee. Lee wants to drive on Gordon off the glass, and it goes in. A tough shot, well contested by the Lady Dogs, but some good offense there by the Lady Cubs. 17-4, but Hickman County quickly down the floor. Everett in the right corner gives it back up top to Chilton. Tries to bounce pass into King. It's knocked out of bounds. Floyd tries to save it, but unable to do so. And it will be another Hickman County turnover. Nola Bentley and Chloe Warren checking back in for the Dogs. Zoe Chilton and Carly Everett taking a bit of a reprieve.
And Josh, they look a little unsure on offense, right? They haven't necessarily found a pace, found a groove, right? And it seems like they're pressing to find one.
And a tough pass there. That was Sydney Mitchell trying to find her man underneath. Pass sails a little bit, goes out of bounds. Hickman County will be on the beneficial end of a turnover for it seems like one of the first times here tonight, as we are under a minute to go in the first quarter. Cheatham 17, Hickman 4. Floyd up top. Tries to drive in, tries to find Warren cutting underneath the basket, unable as it's knocked out of bounds by the Cubs by Grace Bell Weekly. So lucky for Hickman County, they will keep possession.
Josh, if I am Coach Gordon right now, I am calling as many plays. Every time we have the ball, I'm calling a play, because we're not finding our footing in their normal motion as the ball is knocked out of bounds by Orange.
Bentley tried to force a pass in there to Floyd as it gets knocked out. So Hickman maintains possession on that right sideline. 34 seconds remain in the first quarter. Floyd inbounds. Gordon hands it back off to Floyd. Floyd dribbles in. Nice behind the back move. Looking for help. Gives up top to Bentley. Bentley dribbles towards the right wing. Bounce pass back up top to Floyd. 20 seconds now. Floyd drives herself. Looks for King, but it's denied, and now they're moving up the floor in a hurry. It's Mitchell herself off the glass, no good. Falls well short. And it goes out of bounds. Hickman County will take possession, so some nice defense there. What looked like could have been a free basket for Cheatham County. Hustle on display there by the Lady Dogs.
I'll tell you what, Josh, every time that young lady, Emmy Orange, touches the ball from deep, she's looking to shoot. I'm going to be interested how many times we call her name from deep tonight.
Nice move by Floyd off the glass with 1.7 seconds remaining. but they get the foul before she can make the drive. So Hickman County will be in possession still, but they'll have to get a playoff in a hurry with just under 2 seconds to go in the first quarter. Floyd looking inbound. Looking. Nowhere to go with it. Chucks it deep. Nothing there. So Bentley will probably just sit on it, as she does. And Cam, pretty smart play there by Floyd not to force anything, any unnecessary turnovers. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Cheatham 17, Hickman 4. And Cam, it was not a great quarter by any means for the Lady Dogs, but from what we've seen so far, what do they need to do to bounce back, not just for the rest of this game, but immediately in the second quarter?
Well, Josh, the answer is a lot, but it starts between the ears, right? It's all mental right now. They have kind of suffocated themselves, and they're forgetting the little things, right? When they're catching the ball, all of them right now are immediately putting it on the ground. That eliminates your ability to do the three options, right? I've mentioned before, Ron Puckett always taught me you got three options. You can shoot, you can pass, you can dribble, right? You want to keep those options open for as long as possible. And you want to keep that dribble in case you have to get yourself out of trouble. Right now, they're immediately putting on the floor and trying to do something with it instead of taking the time and looking at options, right? There's a reason why Coach Gordon has implemented the offense that he has. It's because he believes that it can get open shots. The girls off the ball have to move good. They have to use the screens. They have to utilize what they have. And we need to protect our dribble.
We are underway in the second quarter. Floyd from three knocks it down. So maybe a spark for the Lady Dogs. Floyd, a great shot from the right wing. And now Cheatham looking to answer right back. Now a 10-point deficit. Do the Lady Dogs stay 17-7? Dishes it. That's Mitchell. Tries to find her man in the paint. Mid-range won't fall for Lee. And it sails out of bounds.
Josh, this young lady...
It will stay with Cheatham County.
This young lady, Montana Lee, she reminds me of Joe Burrow. There is no emotion. There is only determination on her face. When she makes a mistake, there's no oh crap moment. It is just, I'm going to go get the ball and then make the right play next time.
Another tough pass in the paint, but it's taken away by Floyd. A nice job of reading the pass as Floyd down the left side of the floor. And now she'll slow down the pace. Gordon from three. Good! Hickman County, 2 threes on back-to-back offensive possessions to start the second quarter. 17-10 now as Hickman County finally gets into double digits.
And we need to continue to stretch that Cheatham County defense out.
And Mitchell tries to drive, gives the corner. Nothing there. Out of bounds, Hickman County ball. So Hickman starting to find some momentum as Emmy Orange checks back in for Mila Harder.
Now,
and
Josh,
number 32, El Mayo, is checking out as well.
I will say, what's lacking right now in this Lady Dogs defense? We're in man-to-man, and we're getting a lot of backdoor cuts on the baseline. That cannot happen because that allows for open layups and fouls to happen. We can't let that happen.
Bounce pass in the corner. Now finds Gordon on the baseline, loses it, and it's picked up by Orange. And now Cheatham driving down the floor. It's Mitchell. Gives it. Orange wanted a three, doesn't take it. Now dribbles into the paint, off the glass. No good, too strong. Picked up by Floyd. Floyd met by Mitchell. She drives it now into the paint herself, left-handed. Finds Gordon mid-range. No good shot, too strong. Now the ball's loose on the floor, picked up by Cheatham. And now they're driving it. It's a 2-on-3 though. Hickman County got back in a hurry, and Mitchell hesitated. And she will get the walk called on her. So Cam, Hickman County, we mentioned earlier how important it would be for them to hustle down, play defense, and it paid dividends right there. Haley Gordon now checking out of the game. Carly Everett back in.
Yeah, Josh, prioritization of limiting transition buckets is what is going to take these Hickman County Dogs to get back in the game.
Chilton at the right wing. Gives up top to Everett. And the whistle blows. And I believe, yes, the scoreboards have just shut off, Cam.
Yeah, so, Josh. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
And we are back underway. So an awkward stoppage there, Cam. I mean, Hickman County now having to throw it back in, though, when they were on the drive, having some good ball movement there. Maybe a blessing in disguise for a Cheatham County team that's trying to slow down the Hickman County Lady Dogs, who have been storming back, in a sense, in this game.
Yeah, I don't know that it's the worst thing for the Lady Dogs, because it does, you know, we have a smaller bench than Cheatham County does, so maybe a small rest for these girls to catch their breath, because they've been playing in transition for 4 straight possessions.
Everett drives the paint. No good. A wild shot attempt there. Maybe trying to draw a foul up the floor. That's Weekly. Off the glass, no good, but she will be called for a foul, and that will send Weekly to the line.
That full court pass of Montana Lee is literally like watching Tom Brady throw a deep ball. Like that thing has not, it has been, I think 4 times now she has thrown a lead pass in front of her player for the player to catch up to, and it has been the perfect pace and perfect spot every time. It's impressive. And
Weekly, no good on free throw number 1. And that certainly has been a weakness of Cheatham County so far, Cam. They haven't been too effective from the free throw line, even though they've been doing pretty much everything else right.
And, you know, if I'm Coach Gordon, I'm putting that in my back pocket. If I'm getting in a situation late in the game, and as she knocks down in a second, if I'm getting late in the game, I'm fouling them earlier than I typically would, because that gives you more of a chance for them to miss it if you know they're not confident in it.
So Weekly goes 1 for 2 at the line, makes it 18-10. Your score. Lady Dogs trail, but are on the offensive. Floyd at the right wing. Guarded by Orange. Hands off to Warren. Gives. Chilton. Right wing 3. No good off the back of the rim, but Everett tries to tip it away to no avail, and Orange picks it up. Now finds her man Lee. Lee to the paint, off the glass, no good. Weekly's shot was too strong. Everett gets the rebound, and she is in a hurry going down the floor. Stops, gives. Bentley pump fakes. Nice pass to Chilton off the glass, and it's good. So Zoe Chilton gets her first bucket of the game. Gives Bentley the assist on what was a perfect pass. 18-12, your score, 5:45 to go in the first half.
Yeah, Josh, that was the best offensive possession I have seen from them tonight. Hopefully that can carry in to the next few possessions.
Another pass in the paint, and they get the 2. And Cam, that has really been the main source of offense for Cheatham County, a lob pass in the paint. Even when there's 3 defenders there, the pass is always just so precise as they extend it 20-12, your score. Warren now up top, dribbles into the paint, tries to shoot it wildly, goes behind the backboard. But they'll say it was batted out of bounds by Cheatham, so Hickman County stays with it. Floyd to inbound it for the Lady Dogs from the baseline. Goes up top to Everett. Everett to the corner. It's Floyd. Quick release 3. No good, short, and picked up by Orange. Orange gives over to Lee. Lee up the floor. Now passing the logo up top. Wants to drive. Met by Warren and Bentley. It's knocked up and stolen away by Bentley. And a nice job by Noah to get it out to Ava Floyd as now they drive. Now Everett pump fakes to the glass. Jump stop, mid-range off the glass, and a tough 2 for Carly Everett. So now the Lady Dogs trail by 6, 20-14, 4:45 to go as they slowly keep chipping away at the deficit. Lee up top for Cheatham. Runs over to that right wing, met by Warren, drives in, tough, looking for help, mid-range, nothing but net. 22-14, not terrible defense, but just an impressive shot there by Lee.
Yeah, Josh, and that's her 4th or 5th time making that move. If I'm Chloe Warren, I have to take note of that.
And Floyd tries to drive to the basket. Nothing going there as it's knocked out of bounds by Cheatham. I don't believe, oh, they did. They did get the foul called there on Cheatham. The referees are talking it over, though. Floyd believes she had the foul as she's standing at the free throw stripe. And they do confirm the foul, and they'll get Emmy Orange as the guilty party.
You know, Josh, I'm a Bulldogs fan, but that was reminiscent of Dillon the other night against Lewis County. That was a pretty clean block. We got called our way, so can't complain.
Floyd misses free throw number 1. Has some substitutions now. And Sydney Mitchell will be checking in for Emmy Orange for Cheatham County. So Floyd now preparing for her 2nd free throw. And she gets number 2. Very rarely will you see Ava Floyd miss 2 shots in a row as she makes it 22-15, 7-point game. 4 minutes left in the first half. Mitchell brings it up the floor beyond the logo. Tough pass, finds Hunter. Hunter, the baseline. A nice pass. And the shot is no good by Weekly, and it's a mad scrap for the ball. The putback is no good by Lee. But Lee gets it back somehow, tries another mid-range, again no good. And a lot of chaos underneath. And the official, I believe it sounds like Cheatham is called for the foul, and yes they are. The guilty party is Grace Bell Weekly. And Cam, that was a scramble there. It was a miracle that Hickman didn't get it sooner, but no harm, no foul, as Floyd brings it up the left side of the floor, gives to Gordon. Now the corner, it's Warren. Warren now drives, baseline. Looking for help, loses the handle of it, but gets it back. Nice bounce pass to Chilton, wide open drive. And Chilton makes them pay for it. Her second bucket of the game. And Cam, there seems to be a little bit of pause in the action here. Not really sure what's going on.
It was called a coach's warning on Cheatham County. He was wanting a walk there on Zoe Chilton. Obviously was not a walk. But irregardless, he got called for it.
And a mid-range shot attempted by Cheatham is no good. But they do get the 2 anyway. So 24-17. Hickman County has consistently been trailing by 7 points, it seems like. And Floyd tries a 3 and knocks it down. Wow, an impressive shot that was well contested by Cheatham.
That's a big shot right there. But we have got to play some help side, and we have got to rebound the basketball. Cheatham County keeps running plays where players post up to the backside. That gets them in position to get an offensive rebound and to get an easy bucket. We have got to adjust. Right now, there's just no defensive adjustment.
In the paint, nice defense by Floyd, whose hands were up in the air, but they still get her on the foul. So, Cam, if you're a defender, if you're Ava Floyd, if your arms are in the air, as someone who played basketball like you did, what else can you really do in that moment?
Just give the ref a sassy look. That's about it.
That sends Lauren Anderson to the line for Cheatham. A high arcing free throw, no good, kicks off the left side of the rim.
And then you go over to the ref and just go, ball don't lie if she misses.
So free throw number 2 on the way for Anderson. 24-20 your score. And it's no good. Picked up by Everett. Now down the floor in a hurry. She kicks it out. Warren from deep. Short. Rebounded by Lee. Now she pushes it down the floor in a hurry, finds Weekly, but Warren knocks it away. Gordon tries to pick it up, but has it knocked out of bounds by Anderson, and Hickman County will keep in possession. And Lauren Anderson being checked out of the game for number 32, Elle Mayo. So a big break there for the Lady Dogs. Still a 4-point game. Floyd up top gives Everett. The American sniper from deep, no good. Picked up by Lee. And Lee, look, you can always see her eyes looking down the floor, wanting to make a deep pass. Doesn't do it. Pump fakes the 3. Does Mitchell. She drives in the shot. No good at short. But she'll be called for a foul, and that will send Mitchell to the free throw line with 2:09 to go in the first half.
And Josh, that's 2 fouls on Ava that are just absurd calls. I mean, that's a tough foul to be called there. She's going to be taken out of the game.
And Mitchell, no good on free throw number 1. And Cam, every time Floyd is on the bench, you know someone else on the floor is going to have to step up and make a play. And Mitchell knocks down the second. So 25-20, and a timeout is called. And Cam, during this timeout break, if you're Coach Gordon, what are you telling your girls right now? I mean, they are closing the gap slowly but surely, but there have been some open looks they've had that they haven't been able to capitalize on.
And Josh, I don't know that I'm telling them anything of encouragement. I don't know that I'm telling them anything except a offensive plan, right? Ava is our best shot creator by herself. You know, if I'm Coach Gordon and I have this opportunity, I'm going to get my girls prepared for the last 2 minutes of this half, right? I'm going to say, hey, we're going to run these sets, we're going to run these plays, know where to be there on time. And second, I'm going to say the second a shot goes up, get back on defense. We can't let them stretch a lead.
Hickman inbounds. Now it's Everett. Some aggressive defense being played here. And Lee gets the takeaway, knocks out of bounds, and Chilton in pursuit will be the one they say it goes out on. So Cheatham will stay with the ball. Throwing in from the left sideline. It's inbound all the way to the paint. Up, no good, rebounded by Chilton. And Chilton looking for help, and they draw a jump ball. And the possession arrow favors the Cubs. So Hickman still trailing by 5, unable to get anything going there with possession. It's inbound up top, Mitchell, pump fakes. Gives out to the wing, pulls up from 3, off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Everett. Everett finds Warren. Warren dribbles, right side of the floor. And Everett loses a handle of it, a wild pass. And another wasted possession there by the Lady Dogs. And Cam, it seems like they've had so many chances to tie this game up at least, but they just haven't been able to do it, as yet another timeout is called on the floor.
And Josh, Chloe Warren, I want to see her have more confidence in this game. She is the best athlete that Hickman County has on their team. She is long, she is fast, right there. I have seen her have a second gear so many times. If I'm her, I need to turn on that second gear, beat your initial defender. When she tries to come cut you off, hit her with a move. Trust all of the work that you have done, right? But in this press, we've tried to break it 3 times with a lot of dribbling. If I'm Coach Gordon, I'm going to say quit dribbling, pass the basketball. That's going to be the easiest way to get it past half court.
Swim bounded by Cheatham as the timeout's over. Back up top. Now swung to the wing. That's Lee. Lee back up top to Weekly. Weekly tries to find Hunter in the paint. Mid-range won't fall. Picked up by Chilton as she tries to wrestle it away. And this time they'll call a foul on Cheatham County. They'll get number 5, Sydney Mitchell, as the guilty party, as it looks like number 42, Mila Harder, prepares to check in, and she will come in for Mitchell. That is Mitchell's second foul on the game.
And Josh, Cheatham County comes after the offensive boards. We've got to start putting bodies on them instead of thinking that we're open. They are crashing from the 3-point line. We have to know that and adjust. Put a body on somebody.
Warren drives baseline, puts it up, and it rolls in for Chloe Warren. Her first bucket on the game. Hickman now trails by 1 possession. 25-22, 60 seconds remain in this first half. That's Mayo, gives back up top to Weekly. Now to the other wing. That's Harder. Nice defense being played. It's finally given back up top, and the whistle blows, and a violation is called against Cheatham County. So, Cam, the result of some great defense right there by the Lady Dogs.
Yeah, Josh, just being stable where you're at. Denying what they did so well that time was something that they've been struggling with, and that was denying the first pass and also being in help side.
And the pass from Warren to Everett is knocked away and taken away by Cheatham. And they'll get Chloe Warren on the foul. So unable to close the gap any further on that possession at least. That will be Lita inbound from the right sideline. And she'll take it herself up the floor. 30 seconds to go in the first half. Lee dribbling to her right. Gives up top, 3-point attempt is up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Everett. Mayo was there on the shot attempt, has it ripped away, but Hickman stays with it. 13 seconds, Chilton down the floor in a hurry, goes off the glass and gets the and one. What a play by Zoe Chilton, and she will go to the line with less than 10 seconds in the first half to go, with a chance to tie it for the Lady Dogs. And Cam, how this game started, I never thought we'd see this game about to be even.
Yeah, Josh, and that has come from an adjustment in what they're trying to do on defense. Defense typically leads to offense. It has here tonight. Getting back on defense, being in better help side. They've done that well in the second half of this quarter, and that's got them back in this ball game.
Chilton misses the layup. So Chilton missed the free throw, rather. And Cheatham tried to push it down the floor. They'll get a kickball violation on the Lady Dogs in 1.3 seconds. Cheatham inbound. Goes deep up top. Everett tips it away. And a marvelous defensive play there by the freshman Carly Everett to ensure that the Cubs could get no more points before the half expires. And Cam, look at where we are now versus how we started. 25-24, only trailing by a point with a whole half still to play. And I think this game will hinge on what that halftime speech looks like from Coach Gordon.
Yeah, Josh. I mean, if you look at this half strictly, you know, if you don't look at the scoreboard and you think about this half, it was not a good game, right? The Lady Dogs looked sloppy. They had a lot of turnovers. They weren't great in the help side. Their offense, or offensively, when they were off ball, they weren't moving well. It was pretty stagnant. You hit the 4 or 5 minute mark in that second quarter, and then all of a sudden things just changed. That Ava Floyd three in transition, pretty much, just that pull-up three out of nowhere. I don't know why it made it click, but it did make it click, and they've played great since. So great job catching the momentum when they had the chance to get it.
So at the end of the first half, Zoe Chilton has put up 6 points. Chloe Warren has 2. Ava Floyd has 9. Carly Everett with 2 points, Haley Gordon with 3, and Delaney King with 2. And at the half, Cheatham County 25, Hickman County 24. Still 1 half left to play. We'll take a brief intermission, folks. Don't go anywhere. And we welcome you back to WNKX. The halftime intermission is winding to a close. There's about 40 seconds to go until we resume with some basketball action here at Cheatham County High School. And it has been a topsy-turvy first half, to say the least, as Hickman County trails by only 1 point, 25-24, after what was a terrible start. They trailed at one point by more than 10 points. And Cam, we can talk about the game, but folks, I'm very sad we don't have a camera here tonight because you guys missed a phenomenal halftime show put on by the Cheatham County dance crew. I have to give my props. That was so fun. The whole crowd, both sides, were going crazy. Props to them tonight. Yeah, elite performance there by the dance team. You know, I wouldn't be upset to watch them instead of that first half of basketball, Josh. The dancing was precise and the energy was electric. Now Hickman County will start the second half with the ball. So a big opportunity to start the second half with some points and the lead, as Zoe Chilton will be inbounding it from the right sideline, gives to Floyd. Floyd crosses the midcourt stripe. Looking, gives, Warren. Warren on the drive. Nice bounce pass. King dribbles in, goes off the glass, and it's in. Hickman County, in an unlikely turn, finds themselves in the lead, 26-25 to start the second half. King, her fourth point of the day, is a big one. Josh, to come out that confident and that precise on offense is a really good sign. They did not look that at all until about 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Weekly drives over King's shot, no good, tipped out by Chilton and corralled by Floyd. Floyd tries to find some help and gets it to Warren, who has it knocked away. Ball on the floor. It's a loose ball and finally picked up by Cheatham. It's Georgia Hunter who gives up top to Lee. So a very chaotic sequence there. Screen set by Orange. Nice bounce pass to Hunter, and she goes off the glass. There's some impressive ball movement there by Cheatham. Sometimes all you can do is tip your cap. As knocked out of bounds by Hunter, Hickman will stay in possession. They'll throw it in from the left sideline, right in front of their own bench. That is Montana Lee's fifth no-look pass of the night, and they have all been right in the shooting pocket. She is an amazing passer. Floyd met by Lee, looking, gives to Warren at the other wing. King sets a screen. Warren drives to the right, gives over to Floyd at the wing. Floyd dribbles left-handed, loses control, but a foul will be called on Cheatham County. The official blows the whistle, and the guilty party will be at number 33, Georgia Hunter. And Hickman will throw in from the baseline. Looking, finds King in the corner. Now to Gordon at the wing. Looking for help, she'll pick up her dribble. And a carryover will be called on Haley Gordon. Some nice defense played there by Sydney Mitchell as she forces the turnover for the Cubs. Yeah, Josh, and right now we're dribbling and we're not going downhill with our drives, right? We're going east and west. That's a big problem to start out a half. An offensive foul is called by Lee as she pushes off, and Chloe Warren takes a tumble. Chloe Warren has been a physical player these last few weeks, a smile on her face as she draws the foul, so clearly not injured by any means there on that play. Yeah, Josh, Coach Gordon has been trying to get her to bait that girl into committing that foul multiple times throughout this game. She finally did it, and a good result. And Floyd wants to drive. Steps, tries to go up, no good, but she's fouled. No. The whistle blows, but they signal a walk. It looked like, Cam, maybe the official had a change of heart midway through the call, but either way, Cheatham takes over, still up by 1, 27-26. And Cam, it just seems like Hickman County cannot quite string two good things together in a row here so far. Yeah, we've seen that before, but how to string those things together, everyone has to do their job. Everyone has to be in the right spot. Everyone has to be boxing out. Everyone has to rebound. Lee gives to Orange, deep three-pointer, no good. Floyd dribbles and gets it on the sideline. And a blocking foul will be called on number 21, Emmy Orange. And Cam, that foul saved the Lady Dogs as Floyd looked certainly to be heading toward the sideline out of bounds. Yeah, Josh, and she tried to step up and cut her off there, but was still in motion, thankfully. But when we are in transition, in our head right now, it seems like we have to think forward, forward, forward. You don't always have to go forward. Sometimes going a little bit backward with a pass
can help you go forward. Look middle. They're not
Gordon
looking middle
drives,
right
gives
now.
the corner. It's King. King driving in, looking for help. Gives the other side of the floor to Warren. Nice move, mid-range. Shot too strong, but she's fouled and will take 2 shots. So Cam, what a pass there by King and a great move by Warren there. Couldn't complete the shot, but sometimes a foul is just as good, as Warren has a chance to tie this game up at 27, if not give them the lead.
Yeah, Josh, if I'm Coach Gordon, I'm noticing something. No matter, as Warren knocks down the first, no matter what side of the ball they're on, Cheatham County crashes the glass, right? If you can get the ball inside on a team that crashes the glass, the defense gets sucked in because they're getting ready to rebound. A pass out there from Delaney King was a great job.
And Warren goes 2 for 2 at the free throw line and gives the Lady Dogs the lead, 28-27, just under 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. And El Mayo checks in for Georgia Hunter as Hunter committed her 3rd foul of the game. Now ball at the right wing, it's Harder, gives now at the corner. It's Mitchell. Mitchell looks to drive into the paint, off the glass, and it falls in. Very high off the backboard. A fortunate bounce there for Cheatham. So they take the lead back 29-28. Floyd with the ball at the right wing. Dribbles it back up top, guarded by Lee. Bounce pass gives to Warren. Warren, tough bounce pass, finds Chilton. Looking for help. Nice, tries to find Floyd, can't get her, and it's a turnover. So Cheatham on the drive. It's Lee. Gives it, wide open look for Harder. She can't knock it down. That was Mayo, rather, on the 3. And Floyd on the drive. Fakes the pass. Can't cap it off. But Gordon gets the rebound, also can't cap it. And King, looking for help, gives it out to Warren out, and a near disaster there. And Floyd, 3, good! Ava Floyd knocks down the corner 3, and Hickman County takes a 31-29 lead. So Cam, what was some utter madness there from the Lady Dogs? They end up turning it into something positive.
Yeah, Josh, we got away with one there. Cheatham County was not hustling back to get on defense, and it worked in our favor, right? Usually when you beat a team out and hustle, it does work in your favor. Right there, we got a couple offensive rebounds, and it worked out.
So at the left wing, it's Mitchell. Lady Dogs need to play some defense. Warren can't get a hand on it, but it works out in the Lady Dogs' favor as it sails out of bounds. So the turnover will be committed by the Lady Cubs. Hickman County takes over. Chilton will throw in from the sideline. So Floyd methodically up the floor. 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lady Dogs lead by 2, 31-29. Floyd gives the wing, it's Warren. Warren drives, takes it herself, and she will be fouled by El Mayo. So that will be Warren with a chance at the free throw line to widen this lead.
Josh, Chloe Warren has a big mismatch on her right now. Athletically, she has got to take advantage of that and get to the rim. Be determined to get there. She misses the first.
So Warren about to attempt number 2. And this one falls. So Warren's 3rd made free throw of the game gives the Lady Dogs a 3-point lead here in the 3rd. Now it's Lee up top, met by Warren. Gives the right wing, it's Mitchell. Gives back up top. The shot is good by Montana Lee, and we are tied in the 3rd, 32 all. So a clutch 3 there by Cheatham County. When Hickman County was looking to gain some momentum, Floyd crosses the logo up top. Tough pass. Warren looks to drive along the baseline, looking for help. Bounce pass to King, it's taken away. And King forces the jump. But the possession arrow favors the Cubs, and Cheatham County will stay in possession. So, Cam, it feels like we've seen just so many turnovers by the Lady Dogs here tonight, trying to force passes when they find themselves maybe in a desperate situation, just looking for help at any cost, and it really hasn't helped them at all here. And Mitchell here at the right wing for the Cubs. Dribbles, step back, pumps, gives over. It's Harder, gives the corner, it's Weekly. Weekly wants to drive herself, no good, but she's fouled and will go to the line with a chance to give her team the lead.
Yeah, Josh, to your point, though, about the desperation almost, Cheatham County's matched that, right? They are playing just as sloppy as we are. So you know, for as wild as we have been, Cheatham County has been right there with us.
And Weekly makes free throw number 1. So they'll have a 1-point lead. Bentley checking into the game for Chilton.
Now, Josh, something I found really odd is Cheatham County's coach has not put in Emmy Orange. She was a very pivotal part in their offense early in the game, and she hasn't been in yet in this half.
So Weekly goes 2 for 2, 34-32. Cheatham leads, and Cam, I think part of that due to the foul trouble Orange has found herself in. She has committed several so far. Now Floyd on the drive, kicks it. Gordon dribbles around up top, high post, gives to Warren. Warren drives in left-handed, wants to take it herself. Shot no good, no foul. And she tries to draw a jump ball, but a very quick whistle and a quick foul called against her. And Cam, what Hickman County doesn't want is for that 3 hit earlier by Montana Lee to be the tide turner here that gives them the momentum going forward. They have to find a way just to get some more points on the board any way possible, just to see that scoreboard tied up again. I think could do wonders for their mentality going forward. And it's Mitchell up top. Dribble, step back. Some nice defense being played. Goes around the left-handed, goes off the glass. No good, shot too strong, and has it taken away by King. Does Weekly as she tried for the offensive board. Pass down the floor by Floyd, forces the issue, and it's taken away by Lee. Lee steps back, drives on the baseline on Bentley, and a blocking foul called on Nola as she was able to get her feet set. Very awkward angle. So Cam, really a rare mental miscue there by Floyd, just trying to force that pass down the floor. It's been successful for both teams here tonight to an extent. Mid-range shot here, no good by Cheatham, but they get the offensive rebound. It's Weekly in the corner, guarded by King. Floater to Lee, in the paint, dribbles in hard, and King rips it away. No, a foul is called, what would have been a crucial jump ball. But they'll get Nola Bentley on the foul. Mitchell to inbound from the baseline, finds Harder in the corner, goes up top to Weekly, they're swinging it around. Mitchell in the corner, met by Warren. Floats it to Lee, in the paint. Bounce pass, Weekly off the glass, good, and she's fouled and will go to the line. And Cam, it seems like the offensive scheme for Cheatham hasn't really changed this whole game. They've been trying to find the same means of success they did in the first half. And Hickman County, sometimes they've been able to guard it, sometimes they haven't.
Yeah, Josh, and Nola Kate Bentley and Delaney King have checked out of the game. Nola Kate was defending Montana Lee. Montana Lee is a very quick, very athletic young lady. Not that Nola Kate is not, but she's not known as an elite defender. And when your not best defenders...
Gordon in the corner, shot too strong, rebounded by Everett, who swings it back out to Floyd beyond the perimeter.
As I was saying, that matchup, Cheatham County took advantage of it and exposed it for a couple of buckets.
Floyd looking to drive, gives it back out to Warren. Warren passes to Gordon. Some good defense being played here by the Lady Cubs. Now to Everett. Hesitates, gives. And a foul is called. And they'll get number 14, Grace Bell Weekly on the foul. And Cam, that will be the 5th foul on Cheatham County. So that will send Everett to the line with some critical free throws. And she makes number 1.
And Josh, you know, these young ladies, and this is just like a thing of mine maybe, as Carly Everett knocks down the second. When you are driving the ball right where a screen is being set and two players are already at, that gets you caught up in a mess. Carly Everett gets away with it there, but you have to get away from where other people are. She got triple teamed.
Weekly left-handed, no good, but Mitchell gets an easy offensive putback, really. It's a miscue there. Floyd forces it down the floor, finds Warren. Dribbles in hard, and she'll be fouled. So that will send Chloe Warren to the free throw line. Your score 38-34. Cheatham leads with 25 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And Warren, some big free throws on the way.
And Josh, neither team has shot very well from the free throw line tonight. As Chloe Warren knocks down her first, the Dogs have got to start capitalizing on free opportunities. They are free for a reason. You have to take them.
And Warren goes 2 for 2. They cut it down to 2 points, the deficit they face. 20 seconds left. Cheatham going to try to bleed this clock out, take the final shot of the quarter. Mitchell met by Floyd as she crosses. Now finds Weekly. Weekly touch pass. Lee tries to take it, has to feed it back out. Mid-range, no good. And a jump ball forced by Carly Everett. A great play there defensively. And with 7.8 seconds, Hickman will have the ball with a chance to get some end of quarter points. And some substitutions here. Number 24, Emma Hawkins, subbing in for Sydney Mitchell. So here we go. Everett to Floyd. Floyd wants to drive to the basket. Nothing there. And time expires as Weekly tries to take a quarter-ending shot. Wouldn't have counted anyway, even if it falls. So Hickman tries to force it there to get some points. Nothing going as Floyd is denied in the paint. And at the end of the third quarter, your score, Cheatham 38, Hickman 36. And with 8 minutes left to play, Cam, it's still anybody's ball game.
Yeah, Josh, and that's a good thing. The teams have met each other on even playing fields tonight. Are they sloppy playing fields? Absolutely, but they are both making mistakes and not playing the cleanest game. But, Josh, these Lady Dogs have got to get on the boards on the defensive side. Limit how many possessions Cheatham County has. There is no quarter that you will find that is more important for defense than the fourth. Good, solid defense. You have played 24 minutes of basketball, right? You're tired. You have to find something within you, dig deep somewhere, and say, I'm going to lock in on the defensive side of the ball. Prioritize limiting the chances that Cheatham County gets.
And Cam, you called her number earlier, Emmy Orange, for Cheatham County back in the game. And the 5 for the Dogs, Floyd, Gordon, Everett, Chilton, and Warren. As we are underway, Cheatham will start this quarter off with possession. Mitchell at the left wing, tries to find Weekly in the paint, hands off. That's Hunter, shot no good. And the Bulldogs simply whiff on the rebound attempt. And Cheatham makes them pay for it. Looks like it went through the hands of 2 girls there, Cam. And Hickman needs to answer back big as Floyd up the floor. Dribbles back, met by Lee. Get it to Warren, who's quickly met by Hunter. Warren dribbles in, jump stop, looking. Bounce pass to Everett, almost gets away, but she secures it. Looking for help. Chilton goes across the way, it's Warren. Drives on the baseline, puts it up off the glass, and gets the 2 to fall.
Yeah, a great job there by Chloe, being aggressive, driving to the basket. We have got to have that the rest of the quarter, particularly from her.
So Lee dribbles in mid-range, and she knocks down the 2. So a great shot there by Lee, who's been an absolute playmaker for these Lady Cubs here tonight. 42-38 your score. Hickman trails. Just under 7 to play. Now it's Warren up top. Everett hesitates, dribbles in strong. Wants to take it herself and gets it. What a drive by the freshman. And Hickman trails by 2, 42-40.
Great job there by Carly Everett, staying strong on her drive. A lot of times you can see players want to bounce off. She went straight through and obviously got the bucket because of it.
So the wing tries to force it. Everett gets a hand on it and knocks it out of bounds. So some nice defense there. Cheatham yet again looking for a tough bounce pass in the paint. We've seen a lot of those so far tonight. It'll be Montana Lee throwing it in from the baseline and chucks it deep beyond the perimeter. Orange pulls up from 3, no good. The ball's on the floor, it's loose. And they will call the jump ball. Hickman County, with the possession arrow in their favor, will have possession, and a timeout is called. So Cam's scrappy play there, taking advantage of a loose ball. Both teams just haven't been securing boards just all that well here tonight.
Yeah, Josh, a lot of mistakes throughout this game, and the winner will be who limits them the most in this fourth.
And no, I was mistaken. The jump ball was not called. The coach of Cheatham County was able to get the timeout off before Hickman was able to force it. So a very heads-up timeout called there by the coach of the Lady Cubs. Lee will be inbounding from the baseline. A big defensive stand here needed for the Lady Dogs. Lee bounce pass to Weekly, puts it up, no good. It's a fight for the ball, and Floyd can't get it, but I believe that's Haley Gordon on the floor that forced the jump ball, and Hickman County now, this time, will take over possession. And Cam, if they don't go in there for the jump, maybe they cause a walk there, who knows, but definitely want to play it safe rather than sorry, and Hickman with just over 6 minutes left has a chance to tie or take the lead. Floyd up top, gives to Warren at the right wing. Warren dribbles in left-handed, hands off to Everett, but it's taken away by Orange. And it's a bounce pass, it's a break. Hunter on the drive, loses handle of it. And it's a double dribble called. So Cam, the Cubs doing us a favor here on that one.
Yeah,
Hickman
Josh,
County needs to take advantage.
that turnover right there from us was due to what I was talking about earlier, putting the ball on the floor as soon as you touch it. You have to observe where you are. Now, there are times that you can mentally know, hey, I can drive this immediately, but right there, her girl is right on her. You can't drive that.
And they'll get Chloe Warren on the walk. So these teams going bout for bout, turnover for turnover here so far in this fourth quarter. Who will be the first to take advantage? That might be what decides our winner, as Lee at the right wing. Weekly sets a screen on Warren. Looking. Orange open look from three and no good. And it's picked up by Orange. Gets her own rebound, passes out up top to Lee. Lee dribbles in hard, wants to take it herself. Left-handed, gets it to fall, and the and one is called.
Josh, that girl is good at basketball. That Montana Lee, number 10 for Cheatham County, has been an exceptional playmaker all night. In the fourth, at the end of the third and at the start of this fourth, she has turned into a scorer. She has done it all for them.
And she makes the free throw to complete the three-point play. 45-40 your score. Lady Dogs trail by 5. Just over 5 minutes to go. Floyd gives to Warren. Now over to Chilton up top. Chilton looking for help. Starts dribbling. Picks it up. Looking for help. And a timeout is called by Coach Gordon. And Cam, a very fortunate timeout. Zoe Chilton probably exhaled like nobody's business following that timeout as she was getting swarmed by 3 Lady Cub players. So Cam, really in a game that's felt like anything more than 2 points has just seemed so insurmountable for the Lady Dogs.
Yeah, Josh, and they have to look at they're playing like they don't want to lose. Does that make sense? Now, the good thing is Cheatham County has also played like they don't want to lose. But if Miss Montana Lee has anything to do with it, she's playing like she's going to win. Somebody on Hickman County has to grab the basketball and say, if it's up to me, we're going to win this game.
And Floyd inbounding, finds Chilton in the corner. Dribbles in. Looking for help. Tries to bounce pass it out to Floyd, nothing there. Lee with the takeaway, driving, other end, left-handed layup, no good. Weekly gets the rebound, and Floyd rips it away from her. So Floyd takes it down the floor, right side. Now slows it down, dribbles back out, takes the three. No good, doesn't get a bounce, but Gordon gets the rebound, and the 2 falls for Haley Gordon.
And that's big right there, Josh. Haley Gordon coming through with that energy and effort that she always brings, stepping up with that huge bucket.
So Mitchell with the ball at the right wing. Hickman needs a defensive stand, goes across by Orange, open, but Gordon swarms her quickly. Gives it back out, that's Hunter. Now to Mitchell, met by Floyd. Mitchell wants to dribble in, nothing there, kicks it back out to Hunter. And Gordon with a takeaway, trying to find Orange. And they give it right back. And a tough break there. Gordon had the turnover. Bounce pass. Chilton tries to deny it. And she'll be called for the foul. The shot doesn't fall, but Georgia Hunter has a chance at the free throw line to make this a 2-possession game with 3:54 to go.
Yeah, that's a good foul there by Zoe Chilton. You don't want to give an easy lane to the basket, especially a team that's been struggling from the free throw line like Cheatham County has.
And Hunter misses free throw number 1. So to your point, Cam, that has been a struggle. Number 2 does fall in. So really, Cam, all she needed was 1 to make it a 2-possession game, and she got the job done. So Hickman County not only needs buckets, but my goodness, they need defensive stops.
Yeah, Josh, you got to pair those two things together. There's no way to get back in this game if you don't get a defensive stop.
Warren at the wing, dribbles in, feeds to Floyd, corner 3, too strong, but Gordon gets it. And a jump ball is called, and Cam, usually when someone comes in from behind to get the jump ball, that usually is part of the course for a foul, but none called there, and another just unfortunate break for the Lady Dogs here late. And if they forfeit away any more baskets, Cam, they can probably start to feel the game slipping away. So Lee up top at the logo, guarded by Warren. Mitchell at the wing, deep wing, tries to find and finds Weekly. Off the glass, no good, but they can't get the board, but the ball's loose. And another jump ball has been forced. So back-to-back jump balls resort in essentially putting us right back at square one, as Hickman County will take back over, down 4. Just over 3 minutes to play. Floyd up the floor.
And Josh, right there, beautiful play drawn up by Cheatham County coach. But more than that, we have got to be in help side, and there was only one player rebounding, and that was Zoe Chilton.
And Warren, dangerous pass to Chilton, but no harm, no foul. Zoe gives to Gordon. Gordon dribbles in, feeds. Warren pump fakes, drives. Chilton, corner 3, no good. Everett flies in to secure the rebound, and it goes off her hands. So Hickman, it feels like it's gone some time since their last basket. Now under 3 minutes, 2:40 to go. Hickman has to pick up the urgency just a bit and then net some points together. Mitchell drives left-handed on Floyd, gives it to Orange. Orange hands off to Lee. Lee, nice cross, dribbles in on Warren. Fade away, no good. Weekly gets the rebound and chucks it out of bounds. Hickman will take over. So Cam, maybe she just assumed a player there in the corner, but you know, a risk she was willing to take there, but unfortunately for Cheatham, does not fall their way. Lucky for Hickman, falls their way.
And
so
Lady Dogs need to get a bucket now. I don't care how you manufacture it or what you do, but get somebody open. You have to play all you have these last few minutes.
And tries to find Gordon on the cut to the basket, and it's knocked out of bounds by Cheatham. So just over 2 minutes to go, 2:09 left in the fourth. Hickman to inbound, finds Warren in the corner, dribbles in, kicks it. Gordon from 3, no good, and no Lady Dogs in the vicinity for the rebound, picked up by Weekly.
And Josh, I love that take right there. We have to get buckets, and if it can come from deep, that's a bigger momentum swing. Haley Gordon felt confident in it. I want her to continue to shoot that shot even at this point in the game.
So a timeout is called by Cheatham. 46-42 your score. Feels like it's been the score for the last 15 minutes. 1:56 to go in the fourth. Hickman County needs some life, needs someone to shoot a spark of adrenaline in this team. But who's it going to be, Cam? We've seen several girls in this team make some big threes in games past, but it's not about what you did then. It's what you do now.
And Josh, you absolutely nailed it with that. If I'm Coach Gordon, who's my best ball handler? It's Ava Floyd. I'm putting the ball in her hands to create with the opportunities that she's given. But if I'm Ava, I have to be patient. I can't just go make something happen. I can't drive in and expect a foul to bail me out. I have to let the offense play, right? So put the ball in her hands, let her make a decision, right? And then everyone around her, you have got to play with all that you have. Right now, we're coming off a screen slow. We're cutting slow. We're not timely.
So now Cheatham with the ball. Weekly gives back up top to Mitchell. Mitchell met by Floyd. Hands off to Lee. Definitely in clock burning mode now. Mitchell at the right wing. Well guarded in the paint. Couldn't find Weekly. And a walk will be called. Again, we saw the feet come off the ground. Easy call for the official, but will Hickman take advantage? 90 seconds to go in the game. Floyd, pass again off the hands of Everett. And that was a big moment right there for the Lady Dogs, but they can't capitalize. Tough break there, but they find themselves in a press under 90 seconds. Not wanting to give them any room. Lee takes it herself, finds Weekly, but Gordon comes in between it, but can't get the takeaway. And Cam, I mean, if you're the Lady Dogs, Cheatham is just throwing it all around. They are handing you the ball on a silver platter, but Hickman just cannot take advantage of what has been handed to them here tonight.
And Josh, it's coming from you were late in the fourth quarter, you were exhausted. Forget about offense. I get you have to score points. You can't get to offense and make any ground up if you don't play defense. You have to be at least 100% on the defensive side.
So the inbound again goes off the foot of the Hickman player, Weekly. Now to Lee. 1:15, Lee drives, gives, corner. That's Orange, back to Lee in the wing. Tough pass, Weekly. Orange at the wing, and now they go back up top to burn some more clock. More in there to meet Lee. Mitchell crosses, drives, gives, corner. Bounce pass to Lee, nothing there. Another bounce pass to Weekly off the glass, and it's good. And that took a lot of time off the clock. A 6-point game, 48-42. Everett drives left-handed off the glass and gets the 2. And a timeout is called by Coach Gordon. Cam, seeing that drive there by Everett, it makes you think, if only we had that just a little bit sooner.
Yeah, Josh, if I am Coach Gordon, if a player gets a ball that has missed free throws earlier in the game, they have shown that they're not a great free throw shooter. I know that you're a minute out from the game ending, but you have got to foul the girl that has made 1 of 6 tonight, right? You have got to send her, or at least attempt to send her to the free throw line. You have not made it to the point with fouls where you send them to the free throw line now. You have to make up that ground now on players that aren't confident at the line right now. But outside of that, great job by Carly Everett. A big thing you see a lot of young ladies mistake when they are driving the basketball, when they are in transition, half the time they stop when nobody stopped them. You have got to see how far they'll let you go. Carly, all the way to the basket there, and a great job finishing.
So here we go, following the timeout. Cheatham will have the ball. They lead by 4. Lady Dogs 44, Cheatham 48, 41 seconds on the clock. It's inbounded. Mitchell back to Weekly. Weekly drives on the floor. Bounce pass, Mitchell to the glass, gets the 2, and answers back the shot of Everett. Now Hickman going in a hurry. Gives to Chilton. Now to Warren. Drives in herself off the glass, gets a 2. And another timeout will be called. So, Cam, it seems like this is your classic example of this Hickman offense showing up too little but too late.
Josh, it's not – I wouldn't blame it on the Hickman County offense. The Hickman County offense has been the sharper end tonight. Even though it has been a sloppy game and a lot of turnovers, if there was an end that I would take them on tonight, it would be the offensive end. Defensively, right now, you are in a press. You are in a press against a team that is good in transition. You have to realize at some point when you think that they're going to cross half court, it is a mad dash to the rim. It doesn't matter who you're going to pick up when you get down there. You just have to beat them to the rim. It is twice now we have given up a transition layup that is wide open. And it's because we're trying to over-rotate on the initial pass and we're getting beat on the secondary and tri-area passes. We can't allow that. Those are the passes that you have to defend about more, right? Obviously, you want to deny them the first pass, but the bigger one is the one that makes up ground. Right now, the Hickman County defense has got to be able to get back and to stop them from easy possessions.
It's inbounded to Lee, and Warren fouls number 10. And Cam, that is someone you definitely don't want to send to the line. But since they haven't gotten quite to that fifth foul yet, no free throws.
And Josh, you have to do whatever you can to keep that ball out of Montana Lee's hand.
And Lee dribbles around at her own baseline, and now they'll call the foul. So Lee with a chance to widen the lead. And Cam, these two free throws, if she makes both of them, you can't look to drive for twos anymore. You're taking shots from beyond, 13 seconds left. It's going to take a miracle here.
You're right that you cannot look to drive in, but more so than that, you have to be able to figure out how to get an open three off. It's not easy because they know they are expecting that. Your whole team, you have to go set a screen for somebody to get open to shoot that shot.
And the second free throw is no good. Down the floor in a hurry, Everett gives to Floyd in the corner. Spin move, drives in, off the glass, it's good. 3-point game. And she's fouled with 0.3 seconds to go. So Cam, really, with 0.3 seconds, your only hope is that she misses both, and on the second rebound you throw up a full court shot and hope it goes in. So we'll see.
The old Josh Copley hallelujah dandy is what they need right now, Josh.
That's a middle school throwback right there. So Lee at the line. They lead by 3. And that first free throw will all but do it, Cam. I guess barring a full court and one shot. But even with that second free throw that was just made, that will officially do it as Everett gets it, throws it down the floor, falls well short. And at the end of our game here tonight, the Cheatham Lady Cubs defeat your Hickman County Lady Dogs by a score of 53-48. And Cam, definitely a heartbreaker here for the Lady Dogs, but at the end of the day, they were going up against a really, really talented team, a team that came in here tonight 16-4, now 17-4, undefeated in the district, a Cheatham team that has been beating the brakes off everyone they've played, it seems like. But to be the Bulldogs coming in here tonight, undoubtedly as the underdog, and to have a chance to win it, to play it all the way down to the end of the fourth quarter, there will be disappointment in that locker room, but I think you can also have a sense of pride.
Well, Josh, this just has to light a fire under you. One, you know the more than likely considered best team in your district is beatable. That they are a very beatable team, and I think tonight made them realize that. And because you recognize that, hey, they are beatable, let that light a fire in you that carries you to the next matchup. Let that light a fire in you to the game tomorrow against Harpeth. Let that continue a flame inside of you to the point where you are fearless against opponents from now on. They can beat anybody, and they showed that tonight. They didn't even play good, and they could have beaten Cheatham County. Josh, if I am Coach Gordon, I'm saying there are a lot of good things about tonight, and there's a lot of bad things about tonight. But the best thing is we just showed that we can hang. We just have to execute the little things more consistently. And that's what the game boiled down to, is Cheatham County did the smaller things right a few more times. And Montana Lee was a big part of that. We watched East play. They're in our district. We haven't got to watch Harpeth yet, but she is the best player I've seen, Josh, of all the teams we've played. She probably had 15 to 20. She probably had 6 assists, if I had to guess, and she rebounded, had probably 5 to 6 rebounds. Amazing numbers. She was magnificent tonight. If I'm Coach Gordon, I'm giving her that prop. She's one of the better players that we're going to see all year, and we can beat them. Right? They are a beatable opponent. That's my thing coming out, is let this light a fire in you. We can beat anybody.
Absolutely, Cam, and you brought up a good point as well, the next game these Bulldogs will be playing will be tomorrow night. I know it's rare we see some regular season Saturday matchups, but that's what we'll have tomorrow. If you remember from a couple weeks ago, we had a game snowed out on a Friday, and that game was against a divisional opponent in Harpeth, and that game will be made up tomorrow night, Saturday, January 25th. Game time will be at 6 p.m., and that will be the next time your Lady Dogs will be in action. But for some final tallies for you here tonight, Delaney King finished with 4 points, Haley Gordon with 5, Carly Everett with 8, Ava Floyd with 14, Chloe Warren with 11, and Zoe Chilton with 6. Your final score here in the first game of the evening, Cheatham County 53, Hickman County 48. But folks, do not worry, we have one more game for you here tonight, and a game that I'm looking forward to seeing how Hickman County continues the momentum of a big win against Lewis County on Tuesday. We will find out here in just a few moments. We'll take a brief intermission. Don't go anywhere. I've been Josh Copley alongside my broadcast colleague Cameron Peters with WNKX Live streaming on YouTube, not Facebook. Remember, tell your friends, check out the YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe, press the bell so you can get notified every single time we go live. And ladies and gentlemen, we will see you in just a few moments. Welcome to WNKX Live, your home for Hickman County sports. I'm Josh Copley, joined again, as always, by my broadcast colleague Cameron Peters. We took a little bit of a break to get some water, hydrate, all that sort of thing. But we are about ready to present to you our second game of the evening, tip-off between the boys of Cheatham County and the boys of your Hickman County Bulldogs. Will begin in about 10 minutes' time. But until then, Cam, I want to talk about this Hickman County Bulldog team. This is a team that has come off a couple of wins in a row now, looking to make it yet another here tonight on the road. And Cam, that Lewis County game, my goodness, what a thriller that was that went down to the very end.
Yeah, Josh, I mean, we hate that the broadcast shut off and it was, not the best deal. It's a little glitchy, but irregardless, I mean, just what a classic Lewis County, Hickman County basketball game. Got a little chippy, got a little angry, got a little frustrated. Had a couple good players out there. It was just all around an entertaining game more than anything,
It was really high school rivalry basketball at its best.
Yeah, and Josh, I think the momentum from that game should carry right into this one. The Dogs should come out and absolutely punch this Cheatham team in the mouth. We have them beat in size. We have them beat in athleticism. And looking around at this Cheatham County team, we should be able to suffocate them on defense. Now, will we? That's to be known, right? There's been a couple games where we've came out flat, but outside of that, we have got to bring an energy tonight that suffocates Cheatham County.
Oh, I'm with you, Cam, and I think this is definitely the team to do it. I have faith in our Bulldogs, and Hickman County enters in tonight 11-7 on the year, 1-0 in the district, and Cheatham County sits at 7-11, 0-2 in the district. And Cam, this Cheatham County team coming off of a loss to Harpeth, so they've had a rough go at it these last few games. So I think you have a team looking to keep momentum going, and you have a team looking to get back on track. I think both of those can be equally motivating depending on the mindset you enter the game with.
Yeah, Josh. The thing is the only way that Cheatham County should be able to beat us if we come out flat, right? On paper, it looks like Hickman County is assured to win, but it is a game of basketball that can be the story is unwritten on this game. It is a game where anybody can come out and beat anybody on the right day. So if they come out motivated and, absolutely beat them on energy, beat them on effort, we could see a close game. But I think that there's a fire lit under these Hickman County Bulldogs. Watching them in warm-ups, this is one of the most precise, purposeful warm-ups they've had. It seems like they're out for blood.
Absolutely, Cam, and really, I think people sometimes underestimate the value of a good warm-up. I mean, I know when we were playing baseball, if you took a bad round of infield, that's probably going to transfer to you making a lot of errors in the game, whether you're an infielder, whether you're an outfielder, pitcher, or catcher. I think it's all about how you set the tone before the game. And if you want to even go deeper than that, how you've been setting the tone all game. Where's your mindset been? Have you been in the clouds, or have you been locked in thinking about what I'm going to do to my opponent here tonight?
Yeah, Josh, and each player does that so differently. For me, it was kind of some silence, and which, if you're around me, I'm quite talkative, quite outgoing, but before a game, I had to have some silence. I had to have some focus time. I needed a little bit of music, and I needed to get tired. I had to almost exhaust myself before games to find somewhere to dig deep and be motivated. Some guys can come out, just be goofy in warm-ups, kind of shoot around, mess around, and go play their game. They're gamers. Each guy, it looks differently, but right now this Hickman County warm-up looks different. And that's a promising sign, Josh, because as you said, however you prepare, they look that way right now. And hopefully that's a good sign for tonight. This Bulldog team is going to be one that I'm interested to see. We've had a 2-day break since playing Lewis County. Lewis County is a high energy game, and you need 1 day of rest to catch back up, and then another game or another day break. I'm interested to know how they react, because we've been going, boom, 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 boom. They haven't had a lot of 2-day rest times. Are they more prepared because of it, or are they gonna be a little more lackadaisical because of it?
Well, Cam, and I believe that remains to be seen here tonight. And really, you talked about the boom, 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 and there's really no rest for the weary. As we mentioned, tomorrow night they'll be right back in action in J.E. Cisco Memorial in Centerville, Tennessee. Now you got to think, there have been some tough road tests for the Hickman County Bulldogs on this season. They had to go to Lewis County, very hostile environment, of course, being a rivalry game, but they took care of business there. But we have seen some road games give the Bulldogs trouble. We saw them fall at Columbia Academy in a close game. We saw them fall at Marshall County, even though they would come back and beat Marshall at their own place. So Cam, speak to how much being on the road can change how you play your game as opposed to being at home on your own stomping grounds.
Well, Josh, first things first, it is only impactful for however much you let it impact you. That's a big thing. For me, going into away games, I never really had a problem. Right? I ate the same thing I ate. I did the same things I did, and I went about my business. Some guys, there's a comfortability of being at home. Shooting on the same goal that you've shot every game. And I will say that is a big thing. Each gym has a different feel to their rims. Each one has a different feel to their backboard. Each one has a different backdrop. So, that can always play a factor. Energy-wise, they have played at East and Lewis County. They're not going to see energy like that the rest of the year, more than likely, right? So they can match whatever energy that is. And they beat East, and they beat Lewis County, right? So if they can win in those environments, why can't they win tonight?
I mean, it's a great point you make, Cam, but I think also what a lot of teams fall victim to is looking at the record, right? You see a team that's 7-11, they haven't won a district game yet, and then you really get, you get lazy, you feel like you can coast on by, get a free win, and that way you can look ahead to games in the future. And if you do that, Cam, you're going to get yourself beat, right? Because you can look ahead to the future all you want. The truth is, it doesn't exist yet. It hasn't happened yet. In the words of Apollo Creed, there is no tomorrow, right? You have to play your best ball on this day because this is the day that you were given. What happened in the past, it also doesn't exist. It's not there anymore. And the future is yet to come, so I'm waiting to see how these Bulldogs handle the present here that they've been given to play basketball on this floor here in Cheatham. Which, mind you, Cam, I want to give credit to this Cheatham County gym. This has probably been one of the best road experiences we've had so far as a broadcast team. They have us up here in the Crow's Nest, although you guys unfortunately will not be able to see because we don't have a camera with us here tonight because of regulations. But we have a great view of the floor. It's very well lit in here. The concessions smell amazing. They had an awesome dance team that was out there that gave a phenomenal performance. And as we've been told by a student of Cheatham County, it is their coming home night, Cam. Of course, a play on homecoming. So they've been having a good time. Cheatham's been full of energy. But now it's time for Hickman County to be the villains. It's time for them to go on the road, take care of business, and snuff this energy out.
Yeah, Josh, you're absolutely right. Cheatham has put on a great experience for the game tonight. I've absolutely loved it here, but you got to be a villain. You got to come in and steal that joy away. That it is all about coming in here, punching them in the mouth, and not letting them back up.
And folks, we are under a minute to go to game time. About 30 seconds remain. And before game time, I want to give a very special thank you to the sponsors that you see on the screen. If you are watching And not just listening, those sponsors are Ascension St. Thomas, MLEC, Advocate Auto Body, Pizza Hut, Liberty Pharmacy, and the McDonald Funeral Home. A very special thank you to these organizations that have been a staple in Hickman County for some time, and this broadcast is not possible without them and what they do. So if you see a representative in public, tell them thank you on behalf of WNKX. And we appreciate especially all of you watching or listening at home, on your phone, laptop, however you might be getting the stream, this audio broadcast. Your support means the absolute world to us, and it would mean even more to us if you told your friends about us at WNKX. Maybe you have a friend who isn't familiar that we stream these games, but they want to be more involved with the sports that go on at Hickman County. Well, this is the place to stay up and to stay in touch with the Hickman County Athletics. So folks, tell your friends, tell them to go to the YouTube channel, subscribe, press the bell, get notified every time we go live. That way you don't miss a single minute, single second of the action that's provided by these Hickman County Bulldogs. So it seems like both cheer squads are on the floor now, getting ready to introduce the starting lineups. And Cam, do you expect to see more of the same as far as the starting five go for the Bulldogs?
Yeah, Josh, I think Coach Dawson has found a good, solid rotation so far. At this point in the season, if you're still questioning rotations, you need to be questioning your roster. The starting lineup, the classic Dylan Qualls, Tyler McKinnon, Will McDonald, Elisha Puckett, and Braden Brown. Looking at that starting lineup, something really kind of sticks out to me, and it's every time, and it's Braden Brown, right? One of those is not like the other. Braden is an undersized, quick, good athlete who's a disciplined defender, and my goodness, I love watching him play because he's always in the right spot. He's always making the right decision, and the moment's never too big for him. The other night at Lewis County, he wanted to be in the game. He wanted to go out and dominate. Same thing with East, right? No challenge is too big, so I love watching that young man play.
And it should be noted, we're used to seeing Dylan Qualls wear number 11, but tonight he's going with just a singular one. Will he be tonight? And Cam, I noticed Tyler McKinnon, he's had himself a fresh cut for about a week now, and hopefully he's the opposite of Sampson, right? He cuts his hair and he gains power. And definitely we've seen McKinnon play some good basketball here in the second half. He's really used his size. We've seen a more physical and aggressive side of Tyler McKinnon, I believe, this season that we're really not used to seeing out of him, especially since he's been injured.
Yeah, Josh, the more aggressive that he gets, the more I love it, right? Just a big body down there banging around. That's 90s basketball. And I love a good throwback there from Tyler McKinnon, just banging down low. And tonight, as long as he is good at transitioning, he can dominate. This Cheatham County team is not that big. So I look to him to be a big part in this offense tonight.
The starting lineup for Cheatham County: Austin Lee, Tucker Proctor, Adam Boak, John Bumpus, and Jevin Adcock will be the starting five for the Cubs. Starting five for the Bulldogs: Elisha Puckett, Will McDonald, Dylan Qualls, Braden Brown, and Tyler McKinnon. And we are just about ready to go here at Pat Head Summit Gymnasium in Ashland City. So Dylan Qualls will be at the logo for the Bulldogs. Adcock for the Cubs. We're used to seeing Qualls in the middle of the floor. He has hops like no other. And we've seen that on display as he's had several jams this year, several electrifying dunks. Maybe we get one here tonight. And we are underway here in Cheatham as Qualls wins the tip. McKinnon picks it up and hands it to Puckett, and we are underway as Elisha crosses the midcourt line, gives Qualls the right wing. Back up top to Puckett. Now to Brown. Brown dishes to Qualls, floats it, nice pass, corralled by McKinnon off the glass, and it's in. Hickman County strikes first on the back of the 6'6" junior, Tyler McKinnon. Hickman County playing aggressive defense here early.
Hickman County in that 2-2-1 press that we've seen them in, but Cheatham County came out in man. the guy that's defending Tyler McKinnon might be 5'10", 185. We have a huge mismatch down low.
They try to find a man in the paint. He picks it up now in the corner, now out to the right wing. It's Proctor now up top to Lee. Lee over to Bumpus. Bumpus back up top. McDonald there to greet him. Swung over to the right wing. Pulls up from three. Well contested, no good. And McKinnon secures the rebound. So Austin Lee misses his first three attempt of the game. Qualls down the left side in a hurry. Gives to McDonald. In the left corner, gives back to Qualls at the wing. So a nice job of adjusting by Cheatham. McDonald dribbles in hard to the paint. Nice move off the glass, no good as it kicks off the rim, but McDonald will be fouled and will go to the line. The guilty party on that play will be number 10, Tucker Proctor.
Josh, if Tyler McKinnon doesn't end the night with 35 points, we have not given him the ball enough. He is the biggest mismatch I have ever seen in a high school basketball outside of the famous video of Taco Fall, the 7'7" monster, and that little, I don't know, the chubby guy that was in the video with him.
A mismatch indeed, Cam, as Will McDonald makes free throw number 1, 3-0 Dogs early. McDonald goes 2 for 2. So Cam, we know McDonald has been looking to find his confidence, and maybe seeing a couple free throws go in early in this game will do just that for him. Now they're moving up the floor are the Cubs. Nice little cross, he loses the handle. Qualls down the left side of the floor, bounce pass. Brown floats it off the glass, and Qualls not there to get it, but he does pick up the rebound. McDonald, pump fake, step back, gives Puckett, deep three. Oh, it's nothing but net. Elisha Puckett starting off hot with a three-pointer, 7-0 early, Hickman County leads.
And Josh, Hickman County coming out, just looking to dominate, and if they continue with the momentum they have, it should be a long game for Cheatham County. Josh, where has this first quarter energy been the whole year? I mean, they are flying in, trying to make plays, fearless. If I would love this energy the rest of the year. Bring this every time.
The jump ball that was just called does favor Cheatham. They get it out beyond the perimeter. That's Bumpus, met by McDonald. Dribble bounce pass. Brown tries to get a hand on it, can't. Now up top, lose the handle on it, does Boak, and McDonald on the break, 2-on-1. No good, misses the layup, and rebounded by Boak. Down the left side of the floor. Hands it off. That's Proctor. Proctor drives in, gets it back out to the right wing. Now to the corner. Dribbles on the baseline, passes. Mid-range shot, no good, too short, rebounded by McKinnon. So Boak unable to find it here early. Brown dribbles it down the left side at the left wing. Puckett on the baseline, gives it, tries to find Brown, but a nice takeaway there by Bumpus. And Cheatham looking to answer back, floater pass, caught off the glass, and it's up and in. Give Boak a couple. 2-7 your score. Hickman County leads. Puckett on the break fast. McKinnon gives. McDonald from the corner buries the three.
And Josh, this high energy, fast pace, I mean, Hickman County has stayed in transition since the tip, and that is beautiful, and because that's the way they want to play.
And a pull-up three, well short, picked up by Puckett. Puckett driving hard across the midcourt, gives. McDonald tries to float it to Puckett, has it knocked away as he tries for the putback, and he'll be fouled, and number 12 will go to the line. 10-2 your score. Hickman leads early, 4:55 to go in the first quarter of play.
And Josh, I'm 99% sure that Will McDonald tried to lob it up to Elisha for an alley-oop. Get him a little bit off there, bud.
And it's something you could definitely sense. We've seen these two be such a great duo this year, McDonald and Puckett. Elisha misses free throw number 1, very uncharacteristic, but it happens to the best of us. Elisha, number 2, rattles in. So goes 1 for 2. 4 points already on the day for Puckett. They're staying in that press, not giving them any room to breathe. That's Adcock, feeds over to Lee. Lee over to Proctor, and back up top. Now at the right wing, pulls up a deep three. No good, just short. It looks like Puckett and McKinnon were doing battle with one another. And the ball gets knocked out. Pump fake, gives, Proctor in the corner, dribbles on Puckett on the baseline, and a blocking foul is called on Elisha.
And not a bad job there by Elisha. A little handsy is what I'm guessing the ref is saying there, but a good job. They over-rotated there and made up for it with the energy right there. Just pure hustle. We had 2 guys off in the corner. Great job to make the ball stay in the corner, though, because Cheatham County had 2 wide-open shooters on the other side.
Williams and Ham have checked in for Cheatham County. It's the same 5 for Hickman. It's Williams up top. Gives to the right wing. To his man Lee. Lee bounce pass in the paint. And the shot is good. Proctor goes over Tyler McKinnon off the glass. 11-4 now. Puckett to Qualls. Qualls left wing. Dribbles in, gives. Brown right wing. Looking for help. Gives back up top to Qualls. Qualls drives. Mid-range off the glass. Can't get it. And Proctor picks up the defensive rebound. Williams pushing down the floor, and Puckett swats it out of bounds. Nothing going. A possession will stay with Cheatham as they're looking inbound.
And Josh
Lee finds.
It looks like Hickman County has now switched into their man defense as Will McDonald causes a turnover.
And Cam, you mentioned the word suffocate earlier, and that's exactly what Hickman County has been doing here so far as Brown brings it up the floor following the turnover. Is it the logo? Now dribbling to the right side of the floor. Brown, spin move on Williams, gives to Puckett. Nice hands by Elisha to secure that pass. Oh, wanted that fadeaway, doesn't take it. McDonald loses the handle but secures it and gives it back out to Puckett up top, close to the logo. And he's met quickly by Adcock. Puckett dribbles in, floats it. Brown, baseline, off the glass and in. A marvelous move by Braden Brown. And Cam, if you can't outsize him, you can outmaneuver him. And that's what Brown did right there to get himself a bucket. 13-4 your score. Bulldogs lead, just over 3 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, great job there by Brown, understanding, you know, where he's at on the floor, the pace that he needs to go up at. He was outsized.
Williams from 3, no good, rebounded by Puckett. So shots not falling for the Cubs here early in this game. Elisha dribbles in, step back, long 2, gets it to fall. He is automatic inside that arc. 15-4 your score. Up the floor is Lee. Slowly crosses midcourt. McDonald there to greet him. Bounce pass, finds Ham. Ham dribbles back out beyond the perimeter. Now dribbles, kicks it out, loses the handle on his Proctor and Qualls, gets the ball. And it looked like Cam Qualls wanted a timeout there just to secure the possession, unable to do so. And the walk is called on Dylan.
Josh, he turned there to try to pass it to Elisha. You have to understand you can't, if you're on your belly, you got to stay on your belly. If you're on your back, you got to stay on your back. He went from his belly to his back, caused the walk.
And the pass is floated out beyond the perimeter to Proctor, and he is fouled by Qualls, who tried to get the reach in for the turnover. A little too much contact there will give Qualls his first foul of the game. Bounce pass corner, it's Lee. Lee met by Qualls, then McDonald. Bounce pass, tries to find Proctor, and it goes out of bounds on Puckett. So Cam, even though this offensive possession has lasted quite a while, Hickman not making it easy for the Cubs.
Yeah, Josh, and a couple of times a little bit of overplaying on doubles and stuff, but if it is effort and energy just straight from that, it's hard to stay playing consistent offense. Cheatham County's got a couple of decent looks because of that, but I would rather have a couple of decent looks and you're playing a high energy than a wide open one, obviously.
Ham drives off the glass. Nice move by that young man to get Cheatham a couple. 15-6, Hickman leads. Puckett, right side of the floor. He's met by Adcock at the right wing. Puckett drives in. Pass, Brown, open 3. No good off the rim. Elisha tips it to McDonald, and McDonald dribbles it back out. Puckett pump fakes the 3. Stays right where he is. Nice bounce pass. McKinnon dribbles in. Shot comes up short, but oh my goodness, he gets his own rebound. And the Monster secures his 4th point of the game. And Cam, like you said earlier, Hickman County could be doing that all game.
Hey, I love everybody getting their shots. I love sharing the basketball. My favorite part about basketball for myself was passing. I love giving a good pass to my teammate. You know what I would really love to see, though, is everybody just give the ball to Tyler McKinnon. He's got just weight advantage. He's got a strength advantage. He's got a height advantage, and it's not close. I mean, we're talking, that kid's what, 6'1", 175? The other guy that was guarding was 5'11", 185? I mean, these guys aren't half his size, Josh. Get the ball to the beast.
And Cam, we know Tyler McKinnon, reputation of being a very nice guy, but tonight, if he flipped that switch, he could have a career day. He could go for 50. But, of course, we know Hickman County, we like sharing the love. We like getting everybody involved. And it's been working so far as Hickman County leads 17-6, just under 90 seconds to play in the first quarter. And we are now out of the timeout. That's Proctor. Passes underneath, trying to drive on Qualls as Bumpus gives back out. Three-point attempt by Adcock, doesn't fall. It seems like some Cheatham players, some infighting there for the rebound, and Elisha takes advantage. Bounce pass, Brown drives off the glass, easy two for the sophomore.
And Braden Brown fills the lane in transition on a fast break once again to perfection. I cannot get enough of that.
So Bumpus slowly bringing it down the floor. He's trying to get something going. Proctor at the wing, met by McDonald. Back up top, it's Adcock, met by McKinnon, who's playing the high post. Now to the wing, Bumpus dribbles in, met by Qualls. A nice switch there by Hickman County, some strong defense being played. Bumpus tries to drive on Qualls, jump stop, tries to find his man underneath, it's Adcock, nothing there. Puckett slings it left-handed to Brown, to the glass, and he got it again, and one for Braden Brown. And Cam, what a move. Honestly, I admire the effort of young number 13, Kobe Williams of Cheatham County. He sold out. He put his body on the line to get that turnover. Of course, a little too late, and Brown able to take advantage and go to the glass.
Yeah, Josh, you know, Elisha Puckett right there through that baseball pass, the one that we saw quite a few times throughout the year. When you throw that baseball pass, though, in a tight window, you got to throw it just like you're throwing to a wide receiver in a tight window. You have got to sling that thing in there. It's Tyler McKinnon with the offensive rebound.
And Brown not able to get it. A Qualls to the left wing. Tries to find his man, nothing there, and it goes out of bounds into the faithful of Cheatham County, and it'll be a turnover by the Bulldogs. Throwing it in will be Ham, the far sideline. Now Bumpus will bring up the floor. 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Bumpus met by Qualls. 10 seconds. That's Lee at the wing, met by Brown. Lee dribbles, looks for help, gives. Three-point attempt there. The shot is up, no good by Ham. And the shot is up, no good. It would have counted if it fell, I believe. But Cheatham unable to capitalize and get any points at the end of the first quarter. But at the end of one, your score, Hickman County 21, Cheatham County 6. And my goodness, Cam, this might be one of the best quarters of ball we've seen the Bulldogs play, not just offensively, but defensively as well.
And Josh, if I'm Coach Dawson right now in the huddle, I'm sitting them down and I'm asking, why does Cheatham County have 6 points and why don't we have 45 already? That's not enough for me. There has been too many mistakes on offense. Are we up big and have we played good? Yes, absolutely. But you can get more out of these guys, right? We've had probably 4 turnovers, 5 turnovers. That's too many, right? One's too many. We got to be more precise there with our passes. We have to be more disciplined. When a guy on defense overplays, you have to adjust to make the right decision there. On the defensive end, we have got to play better defense off ball, right? It seems like we're just a tick late reaction-wise in multiple areas. You have to be reactive. You have to know what they're doing and be ready for what they're playing. I'm asking, why don't we have 50? Why do they have 6?
It's the quarter. Now underway the second. Brown. Throw things off for Hickman. Puckett pulls up from 3. Oh, he's on fire. Another 3 by Elisha Puckett, his second of the game, 24-6. And that was one of those beautiful swishes you'll ever see, as that didn't even threaten to touch the rim. That's Ham, gives over to Adcock, now up top to Lockhart. Lockhart back to Adcock, met by McKinnon in the corner. Gives to the wing, Brown there to meet Lee. Ham finds Bumpus. A lot of passes here by Cheatham, and Adcock pulls up from 3, and he knocks it down and answers the 3 of Puckett. So 24-9 your score. Elisha out the right side of the floor. Elisha dribbles it back towards the middle of the floor. Almost loses it, but keeps a handle on it. Tries to find Qualls, but it's taken away. Bumpus on the drive, right side. Tries to find his man Adcock. Shot is no good, the putback is no good. And McKinnon there to swarm him, and the jump ball is forced. So Cam, a fortunate break there by Hickman County. But the jump ball does favor Cheatham, as the Cubs will maintain possession, but they will have to throw it in from the baseline. He goes out deep, finds his man Bumpus. McDonald there to greet him. Pump fakes, goes across the way to the other wing. Driving in, looking for help, finds Lee. Lee from the free throw stripe, high arcing shot, no, off the back of the rim. Gets his own rebound, feeds it to Bumpus, who's beyond the arc. Brown overcommits, mid-range shot, short, picked up by McKinnon. McKinnon finds Qualls, and the Bulldogs are on the move. Qualls left side of the floor, now at the wing. Qualls hands off Brown. Brown dribbles in, McDonald thought about it, doesn't. Pulls it down, dribbles in hard off the glass, no good. Gets his own rebound, the putback is no good. And it's rebounded by Ham, and they'll get McDonald on the foul. So Cam, while McDonald doesn't make that shot there, you have to love the fast pace the Bulldogs are playing with here. They are not letting off the gas even into the second quarter of play.
Yeah, Josh, and with the substitutions that were just made, Charlie Blosted coming in and Kylan Seal coming in for Braden Brown and Tyler McKinnon. I expect them to play faster now. It's a faster lineup. Get out and run right here.
Bumpus at the wing, met by Qualls. Ham sets a screening, gets the pass. Over Puckett, no good. And the foul is called on Elisha. So a lot of surprise Hickman County faces after that foul call, but a foul nonetheless. And Ham goes to the line to shoot a couple for the Cubs. That'll be Elisha's second foul on the day. And Ham makes number 1.
Josh, that's 2 on Elisha. Coach Dawson is leaving him in for now, trusting Elisha to be disciplined, to recognize, hey, you have to be smart with it. But we got to continue the defensive aggressiveness.
And Ham goes 2 for 2 on free throws, makes it 24-11 now. Under 6 minutes to play in the first half. Qualls up top, met by Ham. Dribbles over to the right wing. Nice move by Qualls. Goes all the way to the basket and gets it to fall. So Dylan Qualls' his first bucket on the day after a shifty move. We see Kylan Seal checked in the game, as Cam said. Lee attempts a 3, no good. Rebounded by Puckett. Nice one-hand snag, and he'll be fouled by Ham. And Cam, going back to Kylan Seal, definitely, I'm not sure if we call him an unsung hero, but maybe just call him a hero of the Lewis County game. Came in late in the game after McKinnon had fouled out, goes to the free throw line, his team's up by 3, secures the dagger free throw that makes it a 2-possession game that sealed the game for Hickman. So looking forward to seeing what this young man does tonight. And Qualls will be fouled trying to drive in by Ham. So Cam, Ham and Qualls have been doing battle here so far early in this game, going back and forth.
Yeah, and that'll be 2 on Ham. That'll put him in a kind of a tough spot. He's been a really bright spot for them on offense, probably scoring around 6 to 8 so far in the game. So good fortune for Hickman County.
Puckett down the corner. Guarded by Adcock. Dribbles. Drives in. Step back, fade away. No good. Cam, I had to make sure there was nothing in my eyes there as I saw Elisha miss a mid-range fadeaway. I don't think I've ever seen that in the history of ever. But
that's not a common occurrence there, Josh.
But it happens. It goes out of bounds on Cheatham, so Hickman maintains it. McDonald now at the wing after the pass in by Puckett. Puckett now has it again at the left baseline. Up top to Qualls. Dribbles in, finds Kylan Seal, who loses a handle on it. Is able to secure it, but is fouled in the process. And Cam, going back to earlier, that foul called on Ham when Qualls was trying to drive in. Dylan Qualls is such a difficult player to stop. His long strides, his long arms. his power and speed. And the pass into Seal, can't get the two, and it's rebounded by Boak.
Yeah, Josh, when Dylan decides, hey, I'm going to work north to south, it's Cheatham County with that.
It's knocked away by McDonald.
No way!
And I believe...
No way!
Now, Cam, they get a foul, goaltend? I believe it's a
Goaltend!
goaltend on the call.
Word!
Not really sure I agree with that one, but the game goes on, and Elisha Puckett with the ball up top, met by Adcock, finds Blysted. First time he's handled the ball this game. Qualls up top, pulls up from three. Dylan Qualls, no good. A rare sight to see. We know Qualls has made a few threes this season. And Puckett gets it to fall out of bounds on Adcock. A very heads-up defensive play by number 12. 26-13 your score. Just over 4 minutes to go in the first half. Blystad inbounds to Qualls. Puckett met by Lockhart. Gives the corner, it's Blystad. Back to Puckett. Blystad dribbles in, spin move, now drives, loses the handle of it, gets it to Blystad, corner three. No good, kicks off the back of the rim, picked up by Lockhart, and they're driving down the left side of the floor. Lockhart drives in on Puckett, gives it back out. Lee on the baseline, across the way, overshoots his man, but a nice job by Bumpus to corral it, and Qualls knocks it out of bounds.
And Josh, Hickman County is getting a lot of really good looks right now. They're just not finding the bottom of the net. It happens sometimes, but that's when you kind of go away from jumpers. You try to prioritize getting the ball inside and scoring that way.
And the senior, the homecoming king, number 10, Braden Folks, has checked into the game for Will McDonald. Nice to see this young man get some minutes as he's guarding Lee up top. Now the ball's dished to Lockhart. Now back to Bumpus. Bumpus pump fakes and hands it off to Lee. Lee dribbles in. Has to get back out. Adcock thought about a three, but pulls it down. But Lockhart's catch and shoot, no good. Blystad gets the board. So some nice defense being played here by the Dogs. Qualls, right side of the floor. At the right wing. Nice pass, Puckett mid-range. We knew he wasn't going to miss that mid-range twice in a row, and Elisha knocks it down for another bucket on the day. Give Puckett 11 in this first half. Now up top, it's Lee. Folks there to meet him. Now to Bumpus. Bumpus back up top, it's Adcock, met by Seal. Pump fakes the pass and dishes to the right wing. Lee pulls up three in the face of Kylan Seal, no good. And Folks, welcome to the game as the senior gets the rebound. Down the floor, Seal. Dribbles back out. Folks up top, three, no good, off the mark. What a special moment that would have been if Folks could have knocked that one down. Of course, the star receiver in football, but also showing off his basketball ability as well. Now Adcock at the wing. Hands up top, it's Lockhart. Folks there to greet the ball handler. And finds Adcock close to that corner. Now to Bumpus, met by Qualls. Some nice moves, and he dishes. Lee from three, no good. And Cam, these Cubs, as they secure the offensive rebound, nice save by Adcock. They have been ice-cold shooting threes, and Lee dribbles in, step back, feeds. Lockhart drives in on Folks, and they'll get Folks on the reach-in. That'll be his first foul of the game.
And not a bad foul there by Folks. He got beat. There was nobody in help side. Good foul right there. Josh, Cheatham's going to get into this game. If we don't rebound the basketball, we have to limit the possessions. It's just like the girls' game. We have got to limit the chances that they have to score.
So Lockhart up top goes across the way to Adcock at the wing. Met quickly by Blystad. Bounce pass. Mid-range by Lockhart. No good, won't fall. Puckett secures the board and has it ripped away from him, and Lee puts it up and in for the two.
And that was just a good defensive play there by that young man. He came on Elisha's backside and made a huge play.
Elisha drives himself. First shot, no good. Put back, no good. But secures the board. His third attempt, no good. And it's a scrap for the ball. Blystad comes out with it, looking for help. And a foul is called on Cheatham County. That was, well, he didn't get the shot made. That was a very aggressive possession there by Elisha Puckett. Gives out to Seal. Now Blystad. Folks. Corner. Puckett. Pump fakes on the baseline. Kicks it out. Blystad. Wide open look. And he makes them pay. Chuck Nasty. His first shot falls. And it's a three-pointer, 31-15, less than a minute to go in the first half of play.
Yeah, and Elisha knew it as soon as he passed it to Chuck Nasty. That ball's going in.
Hands, mid-range, Lee can't get it to fall, gets his own board, and gets the putback. Lee has been playing with such hustle so far for these Cubs. As we find ourselves just over 30 seconds to play, Bulldogs lead 31-17. Elisha taking his time up the floor.
Josh, we got to put bodies on guys, especially the guy that shoots the ball. That is the third or fourth time tonight that young man has shot the ball from deep and has gone and gotten the offensive rebound.
Elisha still with the ball up top, dribbling left to right. 10 seconds as Puckett has successfully burned off several seconds of clock. Puckett gives Folks corner three. No good. Seal, what a rebound. Tries to put it back up. No good. The Hickman County bench wanted a foul. Instead they get a jump ball, so Hickman County will maintain possession with 0.4 seconds. So Cam, at this point, it's just catch and shoot. No time to really draw up a play. Blystead will inbound.
Yeah, if I'm doing anything, I'm throwing a little lob pass to Dylan Claus and having him tip it in.
Puckett, quickly, catch and shoot. It'll count if it goes. But it doesn't. No good off the rim. But a nice attempt there by the Bulldogs, and that brings us to the end of the first half. A first half that has been all Hickman County. Your score, Bulldogs 31, Cubs 17. We'll take a brief intermission, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We have under 2 minutes to go until we resume play here in the second half. And Cam, it's been a very, trying to find the word for it, it has been a solid first half, I believe, for the Hickman County Bulldogs. Now, they definitely cooled off in that second quarter as opposed to how they played in the first. But they still find themselves leading 31-17. And we look at the stat sheet here. Braden Brown had himself 6 points. And Cam, when you think of a guy his size, he relies on his mobility, his shiftiness. And Cam, we saw some beautiful layups by Brown because of his mobility.
Yeah, Josh, I mean, what can we say about Braden Brown that we haven't said a million times already? Right spot, right time, right play, right mindset. I mean, he does everything he can to help the team win.
And you look down the list, Will McDonald has 5 points on the game and one of the coolest almost blocks you'll ever see. Of course, they called goaltending on McDonald, which could have gone either way. A lot of distraught Hickman County fans, but you don't get every call to fall your way. Dylan Qualls has a bucket on the day, Elisha Puckett with 11. And Cam, as we've been told, Puckett is only 2 or 3 away from 1,000. You would think one of these players would have a more secure and sound answer than that, but knowing Puckett, he should, fingers crossed, break that threshold regardless. So we'll be sure to give him an honorable mention once that comes up. We have Tyler McKinnon, only 4 points. Started off hot, had a couple of baskets, Cam. I think we expected McKinnon to have a bigger role in this game as far as offensive production.
Yeah, Josh, and I think that's just a result of not looking down there enough. I'm going to be honest. I think, Hickman County is typically a team that is a drive and kick team. They want to get to the rim first, and then they want to shoot it from deep. They don't always think about posting up and everything. If I'm Coach Dawson, if I'm Tyler, I'm looking at around and saying, I have tiny human beings all around me. Throw big man the ball, right? I mean, where's he at right now, Josh? 4 points? That's not nearly enough with the mismatch he has.
And Cam, I guess in all fairness to Cheatham, most players in our district are considered small compared to Tyler McKinnon. I mean, he is just a genetic freak, if you will. So a little bit of hesitation in the beginning of the second half. So now we're underway. Cheatham County will begin with the basketball. Bumpus inbounds to Lee. Qualls meets him at midcourt. Dishes to Proctor. McDonald there. Tries to find the corner. McDonald tries to keep it in bounds, but they'll say it bounced on the sideline. Cheatham will stay with it. But a nice effort by McDonald. He is playing some strong defense here tonight.
And Josh, Hickman County now is in a 1-3-1. Remember, early in the season, this caused a lot of turnovers, and Will McDonald with another deflection.
And look out in the crowd. That ball was going headhunting there as they went flying into the crowd. But another nice defensive play by McDonald. Lee looks, bounce pass, Proctor, dribbles, hands off, Bumpus, dribbles in. Another bounce pass to Lee, swarmed by a couple of dogs. Bumpus hesitates, looking for help, and dribbles it back out and gives to Lee up top. Lee, high post, met by McKinnon. Bounce pass, taken away by Puckett. Puckett drives, pass, McDonald. Dribbles in, nice move, kicks it. Puckett, corner, Qualls, bounce pass McDonald, and he loses a handle of it. And Cam, Coach Dawson had the most puzzled look I've ever seen him have on his face. Just miscommunication, not being ready. Qualls and McDonald talking it over now with smiles as they get a lucky break as Cheatham immediately turns it back over, so no harm, no foul. Brown inbound, Qualls. Hands to Puckett. Wipes his shoes and hands off to McDonald. At the wing, guarded by Lee. Now Brown in the corner. Back to McDonald. Will swings it to Puckett. One-handed snag to Qualls. Qualls dribbles in slow. Crosses over. Takes it. Mid-range. Shot. No good. Rebounded by Proctor and Cheatham on the drive. And it goes off the leg of a Hickman County player. So being disruptive is the defense, not allowing them any easy breaks, Cam.
Yeah, that's 3 deflective passes from Will McDonald in this, first minute, 10 seconds of the ball game.
So Lee starts off left wing, drives in, kicks it over Proctor at the right wing. Bounce pass, McDonald! Another kickball violation, the second on McDonald in the span of 15 seconds. But man,
I love it. I love it.
you cannot
Get in
say
the pass
McDonald
line.
is not putting his heart on the floor defensively as he crane kicks his way to the ball handler, and it's given away. Proctor goes back to Lee back to Proctor at the left wing. A lot of quick ball movements. Bumpus in the corner, motions, nothing there. Drives, bounce pass. Adcock goes up and in, gives Boak the assist. A nice pass. It's hard to get around McKinnon, but that's one way to do it. 31-19 your score.
Yeah, and there's a mismatch down low. Braden Brown got posted up. Tyler McKinnon has to be more in help there to contest that shot.
Puckett drives, kicks it. Qualls at the free throw line, pulls up for two, knocks it down. So Qualls strikes first for the Bulldogs in the second half.
Josh, Dylan Qualls' one dribble pull-up is such a good shot. We haven't seen it much so far in the season. The first couple of games, we saw it plenty of times. I want to see him shoot that more.
So Proctor at the right wing. Now over to the left. It's Lee. Bounce pass. Boat. Corner. Three. Bumpus. Short. Rebounded by McKinnon. McKinnon leads Puckett. Down the left side. Across the way. Brown. Gives. Qualls. McDonald. Dribbles at the free throw line. Driving in. Jump stop. Gives to Puckett. Puckett drives. Step back. Three. 1,000! Elisha Puckett. Welcome to
That's
the Hickman
1,000.
County history books. And how else to do it than with the three? Cam, what a player this young man is, and they're giving him a moment. They're calling a timeout on the floor so they can appreciate this moment, and applause all around. No one more deserving of this moment than Elisha Puckett.
Absolutely. You know, such a talented scorer. Me and you grew up with his brother, Isaiah, and, you know, we've got to see Elisha grow up. It's crazy. It's crazy that he's in the position he is now. But great job by Elisha.
And Cam, the crowd roars in applause. And Cam, credit to these Cheatham County fans as well. Really, that's an achievement. It's unfortunate to get on the road, but one you're happy to have no matter where you are. But even these Cub fans giving young Elisha Puckett a round of applause. Very classy move by the Cub fans.
Yeah, and he absolutely deserves it. I'm sure that's a big weight lifted off of his shoulder. He's ready to go. You know, this whole, since they came out of halftime, you know, it's been almost 3 minutes of strictly trying to get Elisha the ball. If you saw the plays they were drawing up, Elisha was coming off of three screens at a time, trying to get him an open shot. Of course, Elisha being a disciplined, selfless player, dishing the ball off. But, you know, this whole, it's been dedicated to getting him that 1,000th point. So congratulations to that young man.
And we see Ron Puckett and a few of Elisha's sisters taking that special 1,000 ball as a keepsake. An awesome moment for that family. And Cheatham tries to answer back with a three of their own. No good. Tries to go back up on McKinnon, who puts a bear paw, and they'll get McKinnon on the foul. I believe there were two Bulldogs there that could be called for it, and they will get McKinnon. That will be his first foul of the game. So Cam, even being a presence in the paint, McKinnon has still been playing disciplined ball on defense.
Josh, it drives me crazy that they punish him sometimes for just being a big guy. They did it in the Lewis County game. They did it a couple of times in the East game. They've done it a multitude of times throughout the year. Right there, just punish him for being big. I hate that from Tyler.
Boak knocks down the first one. Number two also falls. So 36-21 your score. Puckett with the ball. The man of 1,000 points directing traffic. McKinnon sets a screen. Puckett spin move. Looking for help. McDonald dribbles in. Mid-range. Pulls up. Just falls short. McKinnon gets the rebound. That big body puts it back. Won't fall. And I believe they'll get Williams on the foul. Braden Brown caught under a pile there.
Yeah, and that's just from pure hustle and will that young man has. You know, Braden Brown just going all out every second he's on the floor.
So Coach Dawson calling out a play. Inbounded, Qualls, mid-range, bounce pass. McKinnon puts it up, and he's too big. McKinnon just dominant in the paint, and Qualls can't help but chuckle seeing how dominant his teammate is. So McKinnon, his first point of the second half, 38-21. Williams drives on Qualls. McKinnon there to help also. Can't get rid of it, and it's a turnover. Brown pushes it. McDonald stays with it. It's blocked. But Puckett gets the rebound and put back.
I will be making fun of Will for that after the game, because he came up at halftime talking about how his block was not a goaltend. It wasn't a goaltend, but, you know, I got to pick on Will a little bit.
Across the way, and Qualls tries to take it away, and oh my goodness. Liam Lockhart takes a tumble as both men tried to go up for it. Cam, it's just a 50-50 battle like we see a receiver and a cornerback go one-on-one. Qualls gets called for the foul.
And for that young man to get right back up after that hard of a foul is tough. But irregardless, you know, toughness set aside, you got to go out and score points if you're Cheatham County. If you're Hickman County, they have just switched back into a 2-3. Tim Puckett is in on the 2-3. Tim Puckett is my favorite defender on a 2-3. He is so good at knowing where to be.
At that point, Cam, Tim Puckett in, Brody Worley in, Braden Brown and Qualls have subbed out. Driving it, kicks it out. Proctor drives to the glass, tries their left-handed reverse layup, no good, but he'll be fouled. So 40-21 your score. Hickman leads, 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. As we prepare for these free throw shots, thank you for tuning in tonight, folks, and a special thank you to our sponsors, Ascension St. Thomas, MLEC, Advocate Auto Body, Pizza Hut, Liberty Pharmacy, and the McDonald Funeral Home. There's so many that make this broadcast possible, and we are honored and privileged to be able to bring Hickman County sports right to your living room, right to your cell phone, right to your laptops. And, in case you haven't, we encourage you to subscribe to the WNKX YouTube channel, which is where this audio-only broadcast is streaming from tonight. And encourage your friends to check it out and subscribe as well. Hit that bell so that you can be notified every time we go live here on WNKX for a presentation of Hickman County sports. And Ham goes to the line, who was a big scorer, relatively speaking, for these Cubs in the first half. And he knocks down free throw number one.
Well, Josh, he wasn't
second foul of the game.
He wasn't the one that got fouled. The young man that got fouled got pulled out of the game. When Tyler went up to block the shot, he missed the ball, hit him in the face. The ref made him go out for something going on with his eye. I'm not sure exactly what it was. The kid wanted to stay in the game, but the ref told him he had to get out. So
Ham goes 2 for 2 on free throws, makes it 40-23. We hope that young man's eye is all right. He seems to be okay. McDonald now driving. Ham giving him fits, but McDonald drives an easy layup for Will Mack.
And Josh, it wouldn't have been that easy if it wasn't for Tyler McKinnon just standing post and Will using him as pretty much a screen there.
And Worley gets a little excited there, tries to get the takeaway, sees that ball floating in the air for so long, intended for Lockhart, and they'll get Worley on the foul. That'll be his first of the game. Okay, this is already the team's fourth here. Of course, one foul away from getting into that free throw region. So you want to avoid that at all costs. Kicks it out, Williams, open three, can't get it. Ham gets the rebound, tries to put it up, nothing there. Disrupted by McKinnon. Puckett pushes it down, finds Worley, gives McDonald. Step back, pump fakes, and gets it back out to Puckett. Puckett up top, guarded by Adcock. Left-handed pass to McDonald. McDonald now drives. Looking, bounce pass McKinnon. Stays with it. Gives it back out to Worley beyond the perimeter at the right wing. Bounce pass, Tim Puckett. Floats it. McKinnon has it knocked away but secures it. McDonald drives. Looking, floats it. Nice pass to McKinnon. Quickly, Tim Puckett from three. And shooters shoot, in the words of Tim Puckett, who knocks down his first three of the game.
Yes, sir. I mean, I love watching Tim Puckett play basketball. He does all the little things. Will McDonald with a steal and a turnover. He lost control and it went out of bounds.
A nice effort by Will, and Cam, we know Will goes 110 miles an hour, and sometimes that'll be the result. You lose a handle, you lose your balance, and it goes out of bounds. So 45-23 your score after the Tim Puckett three. Bulldogs lead. Up the left side of the floor, they lose it. Tipped away. Adcock, and they'll say Hickman County tipped it, so no midcourt violation. Williams, left wing, goes across the way. That's Adcock, who pulls up from three, no good. McKinnon can't get the board. Ham gets it and dishes it back out to Williams up top. Met by Tim Puckett. Tim signaling Will to give some space. Driving in, McKinnon gets a paw on it, no good. It's Lockhart pushing on the floor. Puckett to McDonald. McDonald secures it in the corner, dribbles in, just weaving his way through traffic and gives. Puckett pulls up from the parking lot, no good. And Puckett, what a board! What a move by Worley off the glass, doesn't get it, but McKinnon gets the putback. And the whistle is blown on the floor.
There's a young Cheatham County man on the floor right now. Looks to be holding his lower knee area, ACL area. I really hope it's not an ACL.
Of course, we aren't doctors. We can't make any assumptions.
Right.
All we can say is our thoughts and prayers with this young man. It's nothing too serious. Of course, whenever things get, locked up underneath, under the basket, a lot of bodies flying all around, a lot of big, strong guys, and that's sometimes what can happen. So, of course, we hope he's all right. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious, and this young man can continue the rest of this game. And Cam, it feels like a silence. An eerie silence has fallen over the building, but that is quickly broken by a round of applause as the young man is back to his feet. And that was Warner Ham, who, Cam, he has been such a big role for these Cheatham County Cubs tonight. Not only for their sake, but for the sake of all basketball fans watching and listening. You never root for injuries, ever. And he's walking with a little bit of a limp, so hopefully it's nothing too serious, a little bit of rest, and maybe he gets back into this game in a short time. So we have less than a minute and a half to go in this third quarter. Hickman 45, Cheatham 23, in a game that's been all Bulldogs. Cheatham looking inbound. They find Lockhart, gives it back. Hickman County playing some suffocating defense. Lockhart spin move. But tries to find his man and does. That's Boak. Boak to Bumpus, and Bumpus, a mid-range two, is good, and he'll be fouled. So Bumpus will go to the line with a chance to complete the three-point play. A very impressive mid-range shot by that young man, Kim.
Yeah, Josh pulling up there in front of Tyler McKinnon, getting that foul drawn. Tyler jumping almost into him was what caused that foul right there. But good job by that young man continuing the play.
And the end one is good, so 26-47 the score. Cheatham trails. McKinnon starting to creep into foul trouble. Worley drives. Gives it back out. McDonald dribbles in on Bumpus. Bounce past McKinnon. Loses a handle on it. And Lockhart picks it up. Tries to go behind the back. Loses a handle of it. But fortunately for them, Boak is there to pick it up. Now to Williams. Under a minute to play in this third quarter. Cheatham definitely taking their time here. Williams goes to Bumpus. Now it's Lockhart met by Worley. Bounce pass, corner three, Kobe Williams, no good. A high bounce off the rim, and McKinnon secures it. So under 30 seconds, Hickman County, no need to rush. Worley loses a handle on it, and it goes out of bounds. So maybe a little too excited there is Brody Worley. We know this young man plays with a lot of fire, never leaves anything out on the floor every time he plays, but sometimes, as we said earlier, that's the risk of playing at over 100%, is that sometimes you lose your handle, your body can't keep up, whatever the reason might be. Cheatham takes over. 15 seconds to play. Lockhart at the right wing, met by Tim Puckett. Tim and Elisha side by side playing defense as it's fed to Williams back up top. Now goes to Adcock, met by Worley. 5 seconds. Bumpus, 2 seconds, has to take a long three-step back. Well is short, and the one official says he got it off, the other doesn't, as Will McDonald sheaths his sword much like a cornerback does when they deny a pass. And that takes us to the end of the third. Your score, Hickman 47, Cheatham 26. And Cam, you never want to call a game over till it's over, but Hickman has looked really well so far, with the exception of a few miscues here and there. Definitely some things Coach Dawson's going to want to work on in the future, because we know Coach Dawson, he's never satisfied. Even in a big win, he always wants his guys to get better, and that's one of Coach Dawson's most admirable qualities as a coach, I believe. So, of course, not much time to go over those after this game. Of course, still have a quarter to play here tonight, and then you're right back at it tomorrow night.
Yeah, Josh, if I'm Coach Dawson, I'm telling them we are acting like we are down 20 in the fourth. We are going to lay it all on the line. You have to start right now playing like you were in the state championship, because that's the only way you're going to get to that point is when you play like it, right? Clean up the mistakes, make precision moves, passes, defensive chances, just all those things. Do all the little things right. It doesn't matter who's on the floor. Do the little things right. See how far you can stretch this lead.
Cheatham County starts this quarter off with possession. It's Blystad back in the game, along with Kylan Seal, Brody Worley, Tim Puckett, and Elisha Puckett. Seal gives to Elisha at the wing. Elisha guarded by 2 men, looking for help. Tries to find somebody, nothing there. So some miscommunication. The ball goes flying towards the Hickman County bench, and Cheatham will have possession. Williams crossing the logo slowly, met by Charlie Blystad, gives over to the left. It's Bumpus. Another corner. It's Boak to Adcock, met by Seal, has to give it back out beyond the perimeter. Now it's Kobe Williams, met by Tim Puckett, over to Lockhart. And Tim with a steal, one-on-one, Puckett versus Williams. Tim can't get the rebound, can't get the bucket rather, and Williams gets the rebound.
And Josh, that was a really, really good move there. Great defensive job by Cheatham County, but Tim Puckett, just a tough finish that didn't go in.
So 7 minutes to play in the game. Bumpus goes across the way. Nice snag by Lockhart, one-handed to keep it in play in that left corner. He bounces it back out to Kobe Williams. Williams drives in, Seal there to meet him. Now Adcock, a deep three in the face of Charlie Blystad, gets a good and fortunate bounce as the three will fall in for Adcock. 47-29 your score. Puck it up the floor slowly. That's Elisha with the ball. Elisha drives in himself. No good, just short. But he will go to the line as he was hoping for the and one. But Cam, you'll never complain about getting to shoot a couple at the line.
No, absolutely not, especially if you're Elisha Puckett and can shoot at the percentage he shoots at. Now, if I was doing that, Josh, I shot worse from the free throw line than I did from 3 in my career. Fun fact. So I'm not a free throw guy.
It's a very impressive stat, actually. That's
not what I'm proud of.
Well, whether I'm at the line, beyond the arc, I'm shooting 0 every time. And Elisha knocks down both free throws. No surprise there. 49-29 your score. A 20-point lead for your Bulldogs. And Williams at the right wing, met by Tim Puckett. Tim forces a jump stop to Adcock, loses it, and a foul is called. So Adcock trying to save it for his team. But Cheatham has ended up called for a foul. Elisha looked to be rearing back to throw a bullet, but doesn't, and gives it to his brother Tim. Tim finds Seal in the paint, and Seal is knocked out by Williams. Nice defensive play by Cheatham. Under 6 minutes, they're up the floor quick. Blystad meets Williams. Crossover, step back three by Williams. Nice move, can't cap it off as it falls well short, and Seal gets the rebound and gets it out to Elisha. Elisha up the floor, bolting. Pass, corner, Blystad, Worley pulls up from 3. A beautiful shot by Brody Worley. The junior gets his first bucket of the game, and it's in the form of a 3-pointer. And Hickman County has broken that half-century mark as they find themselves at 52 to Cheatham's 29. Williams, again, left wing, dribbles in, stops, picks up his dribble, and he loses it, and Tim, another break. Just stops himself and gives it to his brother Elisha. Elisha, nice move. Guarded by Adcock, spin move, puts it up mid-range, just short, and Elisha verbally lets out an O there, knows he should have made it, but no one's perfect. Even though Elisha probably would prefer he would be. So now Cheatham on the offensive once again, driving and kicks it, corner, Lockhart from 3, good. So under 5 minutes, that 3-pointer keeps it at a 20-point game. Elisha, pass, Tim, again, no good, but he's fouled. And that will send the youngest brother in the Puckett family to the free throw line. So number 3 will shoot 3.
Yeah, and a good attempt there by Tim. I love the aggressive take there. You know, Josh, as Tim misses the first, it has been an interesting quarter to say interesting, you know, third quarter was odd. The start of this quarter has been it hasn't been just a flow to it.
And Tim gets a very unfortunate roll right there as it won't fall in. So Tim currently 0 for 2 at the line, but still 1 to go.
But, you know, I think there has been strides that they have made. There were mistakes in the Lewis County game and the East game that they have not made today, and I think that's a really good sign.
And Tim does settle down and knock down that third free throw. So he goes 1 for 3. And Cam, we talked about Tim taking an aggressive look right there as he subs out of the game. I was talking to Isaiah, his older brother, yesterday, and Isaiah says he tells Tim, make your mark, make an impact, make an aggressive play. That's what Coach Dawson likes. He loves seeing the aggression, seeing guys take matters in their own hands, guys that want to make a play. And Folks, speaking of making a play, almost gets a big turnover there as some of the younger guys have checked in. Folks is back in, and Hutchison is in. And Braden Brown almost forces a turnover. And Cam, a note here, Warner Ham is back in the game. So thankfully his injury was nothing too serious. Now it's Lockhart, pulls up over Folks, knocks down the 3. That's 2 threes back-to-back for this young man, Liam Lockhart. 35-53 your score, 4 minutes to go. Hutchison up top. Now Folks at the wing, he dishes to Qualls. Qualls pulls up long, too strong. Doesn't get a fortunate bounce, and they'll get Kylan Seal over the back.
Yeah, and sometimes, Josh, when the guy has you boxed out as good as that young man had Kylan boxed out, you just kind of give him the rebound. You don't want to just get a silly foul. Now, in this situation, it's not going to hurt you, but sometimes it might, so just the discipline to sometimes just try to find another way.
And Adcock loses his footing and is called for the walk. And Cam, a player I want to bring up right now is number 11, Taylor Hutchison. We saw this young man play in the JV game before the girls' game began. And Cam, this young man has such potential. We forget he's only a sophomore. He's a young buck. Folks gives to Brown in the corner. Bounce pass. Finds Hutchison. Spin move. Puts it up mid-range. Doesn't get it to go. The putback is no good and rebounded by Adcock. But Cam, I think Hutchison has a lot of potential to be a really big playmaker for this team in years to come.
Yeah, Josh, he's definitely been the leading scorer for JV so far this year. Very effective when I watch him play. Needs to work out some ball handling kinks, but he's got a couple good moves in his bag, and that mid-range shot is really good.
And Cheatham has checked in some of their younger guys as well, as they just missed a 3 on their last possession. Hutchison now has it in the corner for Hickman. Bounce pass. Seal dribbles in, guarded by 3 Cubs. Has it ripped away by Boak, but a foul is called, and Hickman will keep in possession. And now some more young Bucks being checked in for both sides. Atticus Lane and Dane Gilbert in for the Dogs. Coming out will be Dylan Qualls and Kylan Seal. Adcock and Boak out for the Cubs. That's number 33. Cooper Jeanette has checked in, as well as number 3, Owen Dyes. So Folks tries for a 2. No good, but he's fouled and will go to the line.
Now, Josh, what I'm going to watch for here is how Braden Brown takes command, right? Braden is a starter, but also a sophomore, right? So he's the most experienced player on the floor, although young. And so I want to see how he grabs, this game by the reins in these last few minutes and takes control.
And Folks with 2 very clean free throws made right there to extend it back to 20 points, 55-35, under 3 minutes left to play in the game. Ham, guarded by Hutchison, dribbles in, hands it back out. 3-point attempt, a high arcing shot, no good. Rebounded by Folks. The shot was attempted by Cooper Jeanette, who had just checked in. And a foul is called on Cheatham. Look at number 21, Warner Ham, as the guilty party. And Cam, there's nothing better, I think, if you're Coach Dawson, than getting to see your young guys get playing time in a varsity game, especially in an atmosphere like Cheatham, big district game. Hutchison pulls up, no good. It's rebounded by Williams. Folks tries to force the jump ball, and they'll get Williams on the technical. Cam with a little bit of jawing back and forth. Williams took exception to Folks' attempt to force the jump ball.
It is a double tech on both Folks and number 13, Kobe Williams. So
Cam, me personally, I didn't see Braden Folks say anything. I didn't see his lips move.
Braden didn't necessarily say anything. So what happened was Braden was going for the ball, tried to, reached around, basically bear hugged him, and the kid couldn't, Williams couldn't move. Williams was trying to get him off. There was a push, and I think it was just an exchange as simple as, don't push me, don't, whatever. So double techs, the fouls cancel out, so just Cheatham inbounds the ball and heading their way.
Really the only spicy moment of the game, going back to the girls' game when the coach got a warning. Has been a very clean basketball game, very disciplined. Not a lot of words being exchanged. On the ball handler, loses handle of it, but a foul is called. They'll get Hutchison as the man there to foul. So just over 2 minutes to play, 2:05 to go, 55-35. Williams, the man to throw it in at the baseline. Looking, floats it up, finds Lockhart. Guarded by Brown. Dribbles in on Brown, spin move. Looking for help, gives it back out to Williams. Jab step, pulls up three, no good. Lockhart flies in to attempt the rebound and secures it over a couple of dogs. Up top, another three attempted. And that one falls in. Blake Myatt, who's getting his first minutes of the game, makes them count with a big three for the Cubs. 95 seconds to go. Brown drives it himself, coast to coast, can't cap it off. But look at Atticus Lane get the putback. What a play.
Big rebound and putback there by Atticus Lane, coming out of nowhere for that rebound.
Lane meeting Lockhart, playing stout defense in the corner, not letting him go anywhere with it. Now Myatt up top, met by Hutchison. Now it's Williams, up top, met by Folks. Williams drives, looking, throws it off the foot of Hutchison there. Really a pretty heads-up play. Didn't have much else to do with the ball, so gets himself an opportunity to reset. Williams at the baseline. Bounce pass, Lockhart met by Lane. Lane suffocating him underneath and forces the turnover. So Cam, how about Atticus Lane coming out, playing good defense, getting that putback earlier?
Yeah, taking a opportunity when he has it. Great job so far. And that really goes with any of these guys. Braden Brown, very aggressive offensively. He fits really well into their starting scheme, but right here, he's looking for buckets.
And Braden Brown tries to drive in himself, is called for the walk. And Cam, since both sides have subbed in their younger players, we've definitely seen Braden Brown play a little bit more aggressive. And I think that's to be expected. Of course, you feel like the pressure's off you just a little bit. But hopefully that's a sign of how Brown will play in games to come, knowing he'll probably get a lot more starting minutes in varsity games. Lockhart up top, met by Lane. This is around. Back up top. Step up. Long two, I believe. Won't fall either way. Picked up by Brown. 30 seconds left to play. 57-38 your score. Hickman leads. Will we see at least one Dane Gilbert three-pointer before this game's over? Brown is dribbling it out. Met by Lockhart. Oh, it loses handle of it. And he's called for the backcourt violation at 15 seconds. Brown looking to work on his handles there, Cam. Lockhart playing very commendable defense by the Cubs. 10 seconds remain. Williams drives in, jump stop off the glass, puts it up and in. So at the very least, Cheatham County will end with points, but it won't matter as Hickman County picks up an emphatic win here tonight on the road by a final score of 57-40. And Cam, what a good week it has been for these boys. Picking up a big win at Lewis County, going on the road at Cheatham, another big win here tonight. And then tomorrow night they can finish off at home in their own environment against a district opponent and hopefully finish off the week strong.
Yeah, Josh, looking forward to the game tomorrow. You hear things about how good Harpeth is, and They might not be the strongest team. We have to come out and show that we are the strongest team. We, I mean, go out, dominate the game, take it over. Just a good, solid performance tonight that can absolutely be better in the future.
Yeah, absolutely, Cam. I'm with you completely. And really, we saw another balanced attack here tonight. Usually, when Elisha Puckett doesn't put up almost 30, it usually spells trouble for Hickman County. Elisha only had around 18 tonight. But guess what? We saw guys around him step up. Will McDonald had 7. Tim Puckett had 4. Brown had 6. Worley had 3. Folks even had a couple of free throws made. Qualls had 4. McKinnon had 8. Even though we thought he was going to have a little bit more, still not a bad performance by any means. He was definitely a difference maker in the paint. We saw Charlie Blystad make a 3 to give himself 3 points, and then Atticus Lane with a couple here at the end. So really a good all-around performance by these Bulldogs, not leaning or relying on one person more than another, just playing really good team basketball. And if they can keep up this chemistry, this camaraderie, this ability to play as one unit, I think they'll look even stronger going into the end of the season.
Yeah, Josh, and you know, the longer you go in the season, the more you have to rely on each other, right? You're going to get tired, but you're also going to hit a groove, or at least you need to hit a groove. And, you know, I'm hoping that tonight can be another step in the right direction of the Dogs, you know, looking to, you know, push forward and to dominate.
Now, Cam, I know probably what a lot of our listeners were also wondering. We didn't get to hear from Coach Gordon. Of course, on the road, we usually try to limit the interviews because when you're in an opposing team's gym, people trying to go home, you don't want to be the reason to hold them up, especially when a school has been so hospitable to you like Cheatham has been to us tonight. So we'll probably get going here soon. We just wanted to give a little bit of a rundown for you here tonight. The Hickman County Bulldogs advance to 12-7 on the season. Not a shabby record by any means, while Cheatham falls to 7-12 and they stay 0-2 in the district, fall now to 0-3 in the district. Hickman County improves to 2-0 in the district, and we ran through the points earlier, Cam. Just a really good all-around performance by all these guys, and Cam, Braden Brown just continues to impress.
Yeah, Josh, absolutely. Braden is always, you know, impacting the game in every way that you can think. You know, I'm sure Coach Dawson is going to, you know, go in and talk in the locker room tonight about how proud he is, not of just, you know, the all-around performance, but of each individual guy. Each guy stepped up tonight and played a role very well. So, but particularly in Braden Brown, he did the thing he always does. He feels the right spot. He knows where to be. He plays the game how it's supposed to be played.
And Cam, what I noticed tonight, and I guess you can attribute it to being, you know, leading for the majority of the game. You don't have to play as aggressive defensively, but Hickman County still stayed relatively aggressive on the defensive end. But we didn't see a single Bulldog foul out in this game. All right, we saw 2 Bulldogs foul out against Lewis County, so definitely a step in the right direction playing defensively. Right, we saw Qualls and McKinnon both have to ride the bench at the end of that game on Tuesday. But tonight, I think going back to that point of them playing complete ball, it helps them play more disciplined, because when you can rely on your teammates, Cam, you don't feel like you have to do as much as an individual, because you know you're going to have your guys right behind you to back you up. And up here in the Crow's Nest where Cheatham has us, we can see Elisha and the Puckett family gathered around the balloons. Of course, the balloon says 1,000. And Cam, I don't think we can give enough congratulations to Elisha Puckett. What a special young man he is. We know that he'll go on to do great things in his life, whether it's on or off the court. So we issue a huge, huge, huge congratulations to Elisha Puckett and to the Puckett family, because Cam, a lot of people will tell you, Elisha will tell you, when you've had a great success, you know you attribute a lot of that to your family, the supporting cast that you have. And boy, does Elisha not only have a large supporting cast, but he has some of the best people in the county alongside him.
Yeah, absolutely, Josh. You know, the Pucketts to us are very dear to our hearts, because, you know, we grew up with Isaiah, but, you know, they're so impactful in the community, and such good people. You know, you can never say enough about Elisha, the hard work that he's put in, and how amazing I mean, not just, you know, basketball accolades, but how awesome of a young man he's turned out to be.
Absolutely, Cam. So we saw your Hickman County Bulldogs set things on fire here in the city of Ash against Cheatham. So congratulations to Coach Dawson, his players on the big victory here tonight, 57-40 over the Cubs. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow night as another big district game awaits. We'll be back home in J.E. Cisco in Centerville, Tennessee, and we will have our camera back up and running yet again. So we look forward to bringing that game to you. We appreciate you for hanging with us here tonight for this audio-only broadcast. One final thank you to Ascension St. Thomas, MLEC, Advocate Auto Body, Pizza Hut, Liberty Pharmacy, and McDonald Funeral Home for being such wonderful organizations and staples in the Hickman County community. This broadcast is not possible without them, but it's also not possible without the rest of you. So we'd appreciate you. Refer to your friends, tell them about our WNKX YouTube channel. We encourage you to subscribe, hit that bell so you can be notified anytime the Hickman County Bulldogs are in action. But ladies and gentlemen, I've been Josh Copley alongside my broadcast colleague Cameron Peters, wishing you a good